able. They need to open their legs just to be able to get the man's attention that they want. This is what modern Fefails are teaching the younger generation. The younger generation are only going to get worse. They're not going to get any better. That's why the marriage rates are low and they will never get high. The reality is, Fefails will never accomplish anything other than getting their cheeks clapped. Thank you, Wildflower. I'll be honest with you, don't even think about looking for wives. Think about clapping cheeks, because that's the only thing they're going to be offering. Bia, welcome. What do you have to say about the prompt?
Hello.
Do you agree?
Well, no.
Okay, why?
Well, I heard you come up here and say they don't care about anything but getting their cheeks clapped, right?
Yeah.
But aren't you like the type of woman that wants to be chosen and picked?
It's not about me. It's about the future generation. So I don't
you're
know.
not comparing yourself to the modern day women, or are you?
No. Where did you get that from?
So you are a modern day woman. You are trying to get a man's attention.
The prompt is modern woman will be the destruction of the next generation. So if you agree or disagree, then why? Why do you disagree?
Disagree because it's not they're not at fault, but I'm saying, aren't you part of the destruction?
Why are they not at fault?
I mean, what are you doing different from them?
It's not about me. It's about a generation.
It's not about you.
No, it's not about me.
It's okay, but how are you helping the generation?
How are we being this slow? I'm not here to help the next generation. I'm not here to help a bunch of Fefails.
No, how are you helping the next generation?
I never said I was helping these Fefails.
So how are you not a Fefail? That's what I'm trying to get at.
What I'm trying to get at is, how are they not destroying the next generation? Are you slow or are you dumb? Because I'm trying to figure out why.
No, it shouldn't be hard to separate yourself from something you calling a Fefail. If you feel like you're better than them, just explain how you are. What do you do different from them?
This is why I say modern women are destroying the next generation, because it's hard for you to be able to have a debate and take yourself out of it. A lot of you Fefails are very emotional. You're very emotionally charged. You're very emotionally attached to words and prompts. Instead of taking yourself out and actually using your brain and thinking outside of yourself, and whether you agree or disagree, but try to at least not be so emotionally charged and not so emotional. Your response is very emotional. You're trying to make it anecdotal instead of actually
do you know
speaking
what
from a logical.
Mean?
Yes, you. The way you're responding is very emotional.
What I said made it emotional.
Because you're tying it to me. You're tying it to you. That's a very emotional response.
We gotta tie it to each other because if
you don't. That's what makes it emotional. That's what makes it emotional.
No, it doesn't. That's not what emotional means.
It's like talking about criminals, right? If I'm speaking about high crime rate, am I always gonna tie it to myself? Well, I'm not a criminal.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not this.
actually.
But that's not what you do if you're trying to have a debate.
That wouldn't be making it emotional.
You would be making it emotional because it's not backed by facts. There's nothing logical behind it.
No, it would be backed by facts.
No,
if
because
I was talking about criminals, I would be able to separate myself from the criminal. Like, I didn't assault that person because I do this and that. So that makes me not a criminal. That's what I'm asking you to do.
No, it doesn't. But that still doesn't change the fact of the prompt. If you're struggling to be able to prove me wrong, just say that. Just say, you know what, Remnant?
I'm not.
I can't. So prove
I have a
to me.
simple question for you that you can't answer.
Because you're making it personal. Because you're making it personal. It is. So why are you asking about me?
If you're trying to help the next generation, all you have to do is explain.
I never said I was helping.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to bring awareness?
I'm here to debate. It's very simple. That's why I say.
So are you trying to not bring awareness?
No, it's called
You're
debating.
bringing, so
No,
you're not
I'm
trying to bring awareness
I'm
from
not trying
the
to. Nope.
from the youth.
Nope. I'm not trying
So you're
to
not
help
trying to
you
help
females.
nobody anyway.
No, that's not
So
my
you're
job
just trying to
do.
complain.
It's called debating. Do you not understand the word debate?
It's not sounding like a debate
Do you
since you're
not
not
know
trying to
the
help
word
any type of
debate?
cause or help the next
You
generation.
know, you don't have to try and help any type of. You know, you can have a debate without having to be so emotionally connected to
No,
it.
when people have debates, they normally bring an awareness. You're not really bringing awareness to anything. You can't even separate yourself from these women. So how are you?
It's called a
What's your
debate.
debate?
If I want to,
So you're just complaining about stuff, but you're not trying to help anybody.
It's called. No, I'm not going to help you, Fefails. Why on earth would I do that?
No,
I
it's
would
not
never
about.
help you,
Okay,
Fefails. Let me tell you something, Bia.
what
I'm
about
gonna
the women
happily.
that
Let me
agree
tell you
with you?
something. Let
You're
me
not
tell you
helping them
something.
either because
No,
you can't even separate yourself away from them.
the women who agree with me are already helping themselves. Okay.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They don't need me to
No,
tell
they're
them.
not.
No, yes, they are. If any woman agrees with me, she is already helping herself. See, the reality
No,
is,
she's
Bia,
not.
I am comfortably sitting here and watching you Fefails completely and
Okay,
utter
it's
destroy
crazy how you can
yourselves.
call them Fefails,
Yes,
but you can't explain how you're
will
different
sit
from
here.
the
I will
Fefails.
sit here and reveal you
You can't
Fefails
even
and
you can't
happily
even say
watch
the
you destroy
difference from
yourself.
you and the Fefails.
Because
You
I don't
can't even
need
say your
to.
differences
I don't
because you
need
don't have any
to.
differences.
There
You're
is a
just like
clear difference,
everybody
but you
else.
don't want to hear it.
No, I am. I literally ask you, what's the difference
What you need to do, if you
between
want
you and
to,
the Fefails?
if you want to know the difference, then what you need to do is create a Facebook page and call it
I don't really
Remnant
need to do all
Princess.
that.
Okay,
I'm
then.
just asking you the
Yeah. So
question. It's not
no,
that
but
hard.
are you gonna prove me wrong, or are you gonna try and figure out my life? What is it? Are you
I'm not
obsessed
trying
with
to
me?
figure out your
Are
life.
you
It shouldn't
obsessed
be
with me,
hard to
Bia?
separate yourself from somebody you feel like is
a
destroying the
fan?
next
Are you a fan
generation.
of me? Is that what it is? I understand. I
I'm a
have a lot
fan
of
of you.
fans that really love what I do and just love to
What
contend
do
with
you
me.
do? All you
Well,
do
I'm
is
here talking
complain.
to
That's what I'm
you.
telling
Like,
you. That's
well,
what you're
and clearly
doing.
you're a big fan. Thank you, G9. Thank you,
I'm
mister.
a big fan
Are
because
you
I'm
struggling?
just
Listen,
having a
guys, Bia
conversation
is
with you. That makes me a
struggling.
fan.
So prove me wrong. How
I'm
is
struggling.
it?
I'm
Yes.
doing way better than
So,
you.
okay, then. That's fine. Well done. You're doing amazing. Great.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
modern
saying
woman.
what
So,
separates
modern.
you from these women. It shouldn't be hard.
Because it's not about me, Bia. It's about the next generation.
Well,
What is
you're
wrong with
complaining
you?
about it, so you care about the next generation.
I
Do you
never
not?
said I cared about the next generation.
Then
It's
why
not
are
what,
you complaining
it's called
about
a
it if it's
debate.
such a
Are we that
cause?
slow?
But you're not
Are we
debating
that
anything. You're
slow?
simply
It
complaining.
is a debate.
You're just
You're
simply
struggling to prove
complaining
me
about
wrong.
stuff. You're not
Do you
debating
know there's a
anything.
difference between a debate
I
and
asked you a simple
complaining?
question and you can't even
I'm
answer
not
it.
going to answer. Listen, if you feel like that,
Because
then
it's not
Bia,
a
then
debate.
you
You're
can
just
lock off.
complaining about the generation
Oh
and how
my!
you're basically
No one's
jealous of them.
complaining. Let me tell you what a debate
You've been
is.
complaining this whole
Let me
time.
tell you what a debate is, because you're struggling, okay? And then I'm gonna, and
No,
then
you're
I'm going
struggling
to,
to answer my
and then I'm going to
question.
show you what complaining is, because I know you Fefails have bird brains. You
You've been
can't
complaining
comprehend
this whole
anything,
time.
okay? So a debate, no, I'm not complaining. I'm making statements. I'm making statements and making
No,
opposing
babes, you're making
arguments.
complaints.
I'm making opposing arguments. There's a big difference. If I was
That's not how you
complaining,
make an
if I was
argument. I've
complaining,
heard
if I
nothing
was
but
complaining,
complaints.
if I was complaining, this is what complaining would be like. Oh my goodness me, guys, I need you to change. Why don't you change? Please change. You keep hurting
Yeah, that's how
yourself.
you
No, but
sound.
I don't say to change. I've never told you Fefails to
That's
change.
literally how you sound this whole
I
time.
never tell you Fefails to change. What I say is this. I make an argument and saying, you
You
guys
don't
are
have to
degenerates.
include the word
There's
change to be
there
complaining.
no, because
Yeah, that's called complaining, babe. You're
no,
saying all this stuff. It's
it's
called
not
complaining.
complaining. It's really not complaining. Complaining,
It's basically complaining.
it's not.
Definitely complaining. It is, though.
Okay, so you're
I don't
struggling
think you
to
know the
prove me
difference.
wrong.
I think you need to go
I think
Google
you
it.
don't know the
I'm
difference
not
because
trying
the
to
word
prove you
says
wrong. I
prove
just
me
want to
wrong.
ask a simple question that
It's
you can't
prove me
answer.
wrong, Bia. See, this is what
haven't
happens
even
when
answered the question. It's
the
not
next
even a hard
generation.
question.
This is what happens when the next generation only get their cheeks clapped. Because what you have is modern
How do you even know they're getting their cheeks clapped? You're just complaining about stuff.
Okay.
You are.
So what you
You're
have
speaking
here
nonsense.
is these Fefails who are incapable of proving me wrong. They can't even prove how modern women are not destroying the next generation.
You can't even prove how you're different from them.
They can't even
You can't even
tell
separate
me
yourself
any
from them.
achievement that they've made. They can't even tell me any changes
This
that they've
girl
made.
is
They can't
literally
even tell me anything.
graduating.
You are
She literally has a
struggling.
graduation.
She graduated from high school. What are you talking about? From high
Okay,
school.
that's an accomplishment.
No, that's not an accomplishment. That's what
still
you're
an
supposed to be.
accomplishment. Yes, it
That's what you're
is.
supposed to do. It's normal, dummy. You're supposed to
No,
finish
it's
high
not.
school.
No, it's not.
It is normal. So it's not
No,
normal.
it's not.
It must not be normal to you Fefails, right? It must not
No,
be
it's
normal.
not normal at
How
all,
many?
actually.
So you're saying that?
That's something that's supposed to be congratulated
So
from.
you're telling me
And
it's not
a
normal?
lot of young women in my generation has graduated from college. Not your generation though.
Okay, then cool. So so you're saying it's not.
We're
normal.
doing better than y'all.
So you're
10
saying
times.
it's not.
We're
really,
making more
you're
money
doing,
than y'all guys.
No, you're not. That's actually a damn lie.
Yes, we are.
No, you're
Than
not.
your generation, we're making way more money than you. We're graduating from college. We're getting our houses quicker to you, and we're not having kids
You're
by
not
men
getting houses
that don't
quicker.
care about
No,
you.
that's actually a lie.
We are.
That's actually a lie. Do you know
No,
houses?
it's not.
Do you know houses today?
That's why you keep seeing the women graduating from college. You don't see your generation graduating from college because all you do is sit around and complain about
I have a question for you. I have a question for you. So you're saying that the young generation, they're doing much more better and they are financially more secure.
They're doing 10 times better.
Hold on. And you're saying that they are able to buy houses. If that was true, how come the young generation are complaining about living crisis?
No, your generation is complaining. Your generation is complaining about our generation. We don't complain
just
about
answer
you
the
guys.
question. How come? So you're saying living crisis doesn't exist?
I'm telling you, they're not doing that.
That's not my question.
I'm telling you, you're the generation that's complaining. You're the only generation that's salty. Are you saying
living crisis doesn't exist?
In your generation,
it's
not
not.
our
It's a
generation,
simple question.
You're the only generation complaining about us. We're living our best lives, and you're the only one complaining because you're miserable. Generation, your generation.
Are you saying inflation doesn't exist?
In your generation.
So inflation doesn't exist for your generation, right? Is that what you're really saying? You're saying inflation?
No, not in my generation, no.
Oh my goodness me, you're dumb.
Very fewer than your generation,
are you saying that,
we're doing better
do you
than
understand what inflation means?
We're doing 10 times better than you. You can even look up that statistic if we're doing better, or you doing better.
Inflation means? Do you understand what inflation means?
Yes, I understand.
So
we're doing
how is it not
better
affecting
than
you?
We're making more money than you.
You're only making
We're graduating from college.
per year.
We're already getting our own
You're not
apartments
even
and
the most
houses before you could
educated. That's a
ever.
damn
We're doing it
lie.
at age 20.
No, you're not. You're
I
only
literally
making,
have friends that got their own apartments at age 20, 19, 18.
Do you know between the
10
ages?
times better than you
Bia,
guys.
do you know between the ages of 20 and 29?
And it's sad that you're gotta be up on this
finish.
live complaining because your life was already in wreck.
Okay, that's fine. So do you know between the ages of 20 and 29, BOK Fefails only make 21,400 per year?
I don't believe that, but
yeah, of course you don't.
Either way, so the statistics will always be higher than for our generation than your generation at the end of the day.
That is the younger generation.
No, that's
between 20 and 29.
A fact. You can look that up.
That is between the ages of 20 and 29. Between the ages of 20 and 29, BOK
the younger generation before.
So that is the young generation. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. The younger generation before your generation is doing better than you.
I'm talking about the ages of 20 and 29. Is that not the young generation?
I'm not talking about that.
That's saying what I'm talking about.
My generation is doing better than your generation.
It's not if it's between the ages of 20 and 29.
We're getting houses
That's
quicker
not
than
true.
you. We're graduating quicker than you.
That is not true when you're only making 21,400. The only ones that are actually succeeding.
I don't know what statistics you got that from, but at the end of the day, my generation is doing better than
it's not if they're only making 21,000. That's not a fact. If they're only making 21,400
that came
per year.
From feminism. Yes, it did.
It didn't come from feminism. Wow. You think because you're making 21,400 it came from feminism. How does that even correlate?
No, babe. I don't know what statistics you pulled up, but at the end of the day, you can go look up. You can even Google this. It'll be an automatic yes on my side. You can look up if my generation is doing better than your generation.
How does that even
financially? Because we are.
How does that even correlate? You're not.
You can look this up. It's a simple.
Your generation is more in depth than any other generation. They're more in
No,
debt.
that's a lie.
Yes, they are.
That's literally a lie.
It's not
We're
a lie.
doing better than you
You're
guys.
not doing better than anybody.
You can look it up.
You're not doing
You
better
can
than
look it
anybody.
up.
You Fefails are
You can look it up.
destroyed.
Show me it.
You
Look it up.
Fefails are
If it's wrong, look
destroyed.
it up.
You're the most depressed.
You can't even look it up.
You're the
you know
most
I'm right.
depressed. You're the most
We're depressed.
loneliest.
We're doing 10
Yes,
times
a
better
lot of
than you. You're
Yes, the young
depressed.
generation.
You either single or lonely.
Hold on.
Without a
Bia.
husband or with a husband.
Okay,
It doesn't
hold on,
matter.
Bia,
But you're the only generation complaining about our generation because you're sad. You're depressed.
I have a
and
question
you don't know
for
what
you.
to do with your life.
I have a question for you. The reason now there is.
And we're not doing better than you.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are you saying that social media has not heavily affected young people's mental health?
Not my generation. I don't know if you're talking about the kids, but yes, the kids.
No, you don't have
but
to
I'm
be
talking
a
about
kid.
my generation.
I'm talking about
Yes, you
between the
do.
ages of 18.
For you not to have the common sense.
No,
not that.
So
not
so
that
you're saying
generation.
people that have been impacted from social media,
You
mental
can't be
health, you're saying you don't
impacted
have-
by social media.
Wow.
You got
So
the
you're saying you
intellect
can't be.
to
That
separate
doesn't make
yourself
any
from social
sense.
media.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does because
So
if you're
you're
not
saying
a fucking
only
moron,
dumb people. So you're only saying only
you can
dumb people are
yes,
affected
dumb
by.
people. Yes.
Wow. That
Yes,
is really
you
sad
can
to hear.
separate yourself from social media. You have the common sense to go graduate from college, get an education. That's what my
So
generation
you're saying
is doing.
people who are
Your
dealing with
generation is
mental
playing
health.
freaking Candy
So
Crush
you're
all day
saying- so
in
you're
your rooms.
saying-
Don't know what the fuck to
So
do.
you're
Don't even know how to
saying, so
work
you're saying the young
technology.
generation who are dealing with mental health are just dumb. That is really sad to hear.
Whoever's on the phone, I don't even know what age. It doesn't
that is
matter.
really sad to
Whoever's
hear.
on
And
the
this is
phone and
why-
can't separate themselves from
This is
social
why.
media is
This
dumb.
is
Yes,
why.
yes,
This is
that'll
why
always
modern
be
will be
yes.
destruction
If you can't
of the
separate
next
yourself
generation.
from social
It's not
media, your
about
life is social
separating
media.
yourself.
You're dumb. Yes,
It's
yes.
not about separating yourself.
If you're brainwashed from social media, yes, you're dumb. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's fine.
You will always be dumb.
I mean,
Thank
at least you agree that your generation is dumb. But the reality
No, that's
is
your generation. You don't even know how to work social media. You asking us for help.
Oh, hold on. If you're saying that the
You gotta
older,
go find your
Bia,
glasses.
that doesn't make any sense.
A
'Cause the older-
doctor, can you help me with
Bia,
this?
that doesn't make any sense because the
Can
older
you help me
generation
with
didn't
this,
have.
please?
Doesn't make any sense because the older generation did not have social media at all. What are you talking
Exactly.
about?
So you're idiotic.
So how are they
y'all still have
affected? So how are they
y'all still
affected
have
by
tablets.
it? So how
Because
are
you
they
have
affected by
you have
it?
technology. You are
But
on
they didn't
social
grow up with
media.
it though.
You just don't know how to work
But they
it.
didn't grow
That's why
up
y'all are
with it.
more.
That doesn't
Yeah,
even make any
exactly.
sense.
I'm not saying y'all
So how
had
can
it
it
growing
how can
up. I
it
never
affect the
said
older
that. You're-
generation when they never was raised with social media?
Because you still have the phones, you still have technology. Are you
But they
slow?
but they didn't grow up with it. So by the
It
time they
doesn't
got
matter.
old,
You still have it, and you're still being affected by it.
no,
It doesn't matter if you
listen
grew
to
up
what
with
I
it or
said.
not.
Listen to what I said. The
I
young
did, and it's
generation.
bullshit.
I said the young generation have been affected by social media. So for the older generation,
No,
hold
that's
on.
your generation
No,
only.
hold
You
on.
don't know
For
how
the
to handle
older
social
generation,
media.
for the older
You're new to
generation
it.
to be affected by it, they had to grow up with it.
That doesn't correlate. You
It
can still
does
be affected by
correlate.
something
It
even if
does
you haven't grew up
correlate.
with it.
It does correlate.
No, it doesn't.
Let me tell you how.
You can still be affected.
No, you can't be
by
affected
something
the same
even
way.
if you didn't
No,
grow
you
up with
can't.
it. You are
You
being
cannot be affected by
Yes,
it the
you
same way. No, you can't.
That's why you
that's
can't.
not true.
Then how do you get scammed?
Yeah,
How do you get scammed if
being
you're not getting
scammed is
affected
one
by
thing,
it?
but you being affected through
And
your
that's what most of your
self-esteem.
generation go through. Y'all don't even know how to handle phones.
We're talking
Y'all don't
about
know how
mental
to
health.
handle
here.
technology
The
or
older
social media.
generation, they were able to grow up without social media. So they were able to grow up without any crazy influences.
They weren't really able. They just didn't.
They were able to grow up without influences.
So if
They
y'all
were
had
able-
social, so you're saying if they had social media, they would. If y'all had social media when y'all was growing up, y'all wouldn't have been affected by it.
No, they would have been affected by it, of course.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. If the older generation.
So what are you talking about?
Listen to what I'm saying. If the older generation grew up with social media, they would have been heavily affected by it, but they didn't. That's the point.
No, you can still be affected by it by
not
any
at the
age.
same
It doesn't
rate.
matter what age you are.
Not at the same rate.
It can, yes, it can.
Not at the same rate.
Actually, at a worse rate because you don't even know how to work it.
No, but
you don't even know how to work
Let
it.
me
So
tell you
yes,
how.
at a worse
Listen, if you
percentage,
don't know how
actually.
to work something, you're less likely to use it. This is true. Okay.
No, it doesn't. Everybody uses phones. Everybody uses social media. Everybody uses technology.
If you're saying, but you made a statement that the older generation don't know how to use technology.
Yeah, but they still use it. I never said they didn't.
But then they're not going to be as privy though. And
it doesn't matter. Everybody uses phones. Everybody uses
it's not
computers,
about that.
But
if you're not as privy, then you're not going to really be understanding what's happening. So that's how
even you can still not understand. That's what makes it worse, and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
It doesn't make it worse.
What's making it
because
worse. You're on social media. You don't even know what to do about it. You don't even know what to do with it, and that's why y'all get scammed more.
Bia, do you agree that by 25, I'm going to try and understand what you're saying. Do you agree by 25 that your brain fully develops?
Yeah, I think that's when the mark is. I heard that.
Yeah, your frontal lobe is fully developed. Okay, yeah. It's a scientific fact. So, majority of the older generations were able to have a healthy, no social media, not being.
Somebody
hold
just
on,
said
listen to what I'm saying. It's not 28. It's 25. It's 25. Okay, if you really,
I don't know, you just probably want to fact check that. He said 28.
Yeah, go fact check that then. If you want to believe it's 28, you can do that. I don't want to
believe it. I'm just saying if you might be wrong.
Don't worry about the chat. If you want to fact check, then go and fact check. It's not that hard. Okay, since you're very privy to social, if you're privy to technology, go fact check.
You keep assuming you know everything, then fact check.
Everyone knows this.
You just think you know everything.
No, because you're dumb. That's really what it is. And I'm
not dumb. It's a simple Google search.
Okay, then. I know this. If you don't
know everything,
you go and fact check. I never said I knew everything, but it is a fact. If you don't know, go check it out for yourself. By 25, your frontal lobe fully develops. Okay, so if by 25 your frontal lobe has fully developed, then the older generations' frontal lobe has already developed before social media, and that's how they will less likely be impacted.
Girl.
What do you mean, girl? That's literally a scientific fact.
What kind of what you thought?
That is literally a scientific fact. What are you talking about?
No, babe.
What do you mean, no?
It's just because they develop because they're older doesn't mean they're not being affected by.
It's not going to be affected by the same way. It's not going to be as effective. No, it's not going to be as excessive.
I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be affected.
It's not going to be.
They're on social media and they don't even know what they're doing.
It's not going to be the same way. They don't even know what they're doing.
I'm saying that's why they're more likely to get scammed than anybody else.
Scam is such a minuscule problem.
No, it's not. It's literally stealing thousands of dollars from other people.
It is a minuscule problem.
It is very serious, actually. They're literally taking their money.
The reason why I say it's a minuscule...
You need to look this up.
Listen to what I'm saying. Important. When I say it's a minuscule problem, is because when you take a look at studies that have been done about young people's mental health, it has nothing to do with being scammed. It has everything to do with their self-esteem. You're talking about mental health,
and we're just talking about social media.
Yes,
being scammed is a part of social media.
But that's what
you can get your pictures taken. You can get your money taken. A lot of mental health can be caused from getting scammed. So what are you talking about?
No, but what I'm stating is that the young generation have more mental health today than ever before. Like, it's at its highest.
It's probably because the older generation,
they are more likely to unalive themselves than any other generation than ever before because of social media.
Okay. Yeah, that's not why.
No, but that is why.
No, nobody's that dumb enough to be affected so much by social media that they want to suicide. That's not how shit works. They are being affected.
They are being affected. Even in school. Now, this is for the ones who are under 18. Even in school, social media and technology is taking over the classroom. They're no longer listening. They're no longer reading. They're no longer actually being as receptive.
It helped the school. It's actually helping our education because we're learning stuff quicker. That's why we all kind of get tablets.
So you're telling me social media is helping you learn quicker? Are you serious?
I never said social media. I'm talking about technology. What are you talking about?
No, technology doesn't help people learn quicker. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
How does it help them learn quicker?
You need to go look up the statistics on that, actually, because you sound dumb saying
it's actually affecting them more. For example,
no, it's
more
not.
Parents. No, it is.
It's actually allowing them. Why do you think people use computers and tablets and stuff? It's not helping.
It's not helping. It's not helping. It's just that the school system is lazy.
No, you're wrong.
More tablets being introduced to the younger generation.
Technology robs you of using your mind. You're an idiot.
No, I'm not. It's actually backed by proof. Do you not understand that the younger you are, the younger you want to use technology? Do you understand that the younger you are when you use technology, it literally affects your brain?
You're not even good at cybersecurity. Like, I have to help you with the computer. You tell me something, my brain. You don't even know how to work a fucking computer.
We're talking about the young generation, how it affects them. So
I'm talking about the young generation too.
I'm talking about even the young ones.
Shit. That's what I'm talking about. The young ones. We have to help you with shit.
This is the
y'all
next
don't know
generation,
how to work
guys.
simple shit. Y'all
this
don't
is
even
actually
know how
the
to
next
work
generation.
Google. And you talking about that makes you smart?
This is the young generation.
No,
this is the young generation.
It helps
let
with
me
their
tell
education.
you something, right?
You can actually look this up, and that's why we're actually using it more than y'all did, because we're capable. We have technology, and that's why they're putting it in schools, because it's helping better.
Young generation being completely destroyed. This is a great example of how we are seeing the next adults. The next adults are brainless fools. That's why I said
brainless
the only thing they
you don't even know how to work your phone.
The only thing they can offer today is their nyash. They can't be able to comprehend anything.
You can't even make an order. You don't even know how to make a DoorDash order.
They're literally stuck within their own ego, and the only thing that they do is get their cheeks
Security ain't going nowhere, so you better get with it or get lost.
The modern women are destroying the next generation. BIA is the next generation.
Cybersecurity is the future. If you don't understand cybersecurity, you're with the dummies.
I don't know what her children will look like.
If you don't understand social media,
what the next children will look like. But this is their mind. This is literally their mind.
Social media is here, babe. You have to get with it or get lost.
I think she's struggling to just accept that her generation are completely finished.
It's nothing to struggle.
And I get it.
Do you think the world? You think social media is just gonna go somewhere?
For a lot of this young generation to watch their livelihood completely be destroyed.
If you don't know cybersecurity or technology, you're going to lose.
You're not succeeding anywhere. You're failing everywhere else.
If you don't understand technology, you are going to lose.
You're more likely to be depressed. You're more likely to unalive yourself.
Baby.
So I get it, Bia.
Your generation is fucking up. Okay?
You are in denial.
You're getting scammed.
You are completely in denial. The next generation are completely
you don't know how to work it.
And the only thing she can say is the older generation don't know how to use social media. That's the best thing that could happen to them.
Yeah, it's actually very important.
That's where you Fefails don't understand.
I've been giving you reasons, like for instance, you can get scammed and get your money taken by a scammer.
Because you're a bunch of fools. You don't know nothing. I'm telling you, this young generation, they're unruly, they're rebellious, and they're just plainly dumb.
Let's see who knows more.
They are just outright
dumb. Go make a DoorDash order. I want to see you do it by yourself.
To talk any sense to these Fefails.
No aid
at all. You cannot be able to have a logical conversation.
These Fefails,
if that's what you want to believe. You believe that.
It's doing better than you, babe.
Okay, believe that. That is fine. Bia, let me tell you something. You are the only person I leave this dumb. Okay? Now, I'll be honest with you.
We're living in the future,
live in the future. You're doing great, amazing. All right,
I know you hate it.
Oh yeah, I'm burning inside. I'm burning inside that you Fefails are getting your cheeks clapped.
You need technology,
that social media is ruining your mind.
You can't live without it. Not right now.
Inside. Oh my god, I'm burning inside. Oh my god.
I bet you are.
Yes, we are.
The devil.
Yeah, just watching you guys destroy yourself. Yeah, definitely. People are burning watching you destroy yourself. Yeah. It's painful. It's painful to watch you Fefails destroy yourselves. Pity yourself. Keep your pittiness. Trust me.
No, babe, I pity you. You don't know how to use simple technology.
You need it
You're
more.
going to lose in the real world.
Thank God I don't know how to use technology.
You need to go educate yourself on cybersecurity.
I wouldn't
go to
want
college,
my brain fried like yours.
It could help you.
I don't want my brain fried like yours. Nobody wants their brain
using technology right now to help influence yourself and make money right now.
Nobody wants to have their brain
You're actually using social media.
Wow,
so you're actually sound dumb by saying that.
Did you just figure that out?
You're using social media for your benefit.
Oh my gosh, you just figured it out that I'm using social media. Wow.
Yeah, so you need to get with it.
This is as far as a conversation we got.
Get lost.
Bia finally figured it out. I'm on TikTok.
I see you're trying
I'm
to
using
get
social
with
media. Wow. Is this your discovery?
Get with it.
Did you
just
discover
make
that?
sure you don't put your address by mistake. I know you do that a lot.
Did you just discover that?
I know your
Did you
generation
just
does that a
discover?
lot.
Did
Make
you
sure you don't
discover it? Did
accidentally
you just
put your
figure it
address
out
on
that I'm using social media? Did you just figure it out?
Make sure you don't
Did you
actually
just
put
figure it
your
out?
social media. Make sure
Oh,
you
you
don't
just
put your
figure it
address on
out.
social
Okay,
media by
yeah. All
mistake,
right then,
girly
yes.
pop.
And make
I
sure
don't want
you
nobody to come to your crib
and make sure you
find
females don't get pregnant by
you and
clapping
come
your
get
cheeks.
you.
Make sure you don't be
Make sure to
spreading
not
your
to put
legs
your
open
bank
on the
information
internet.
on social
Okay?
media by accident. I hear y'all do that a
Bia,
lot.
please.
Don't forget your glasses.
It's all right. We don't want to see the mess you're doing anyways. That's just the reality.
You don't want to see the best we're doing.
People rather
Getting
be
money,
blind. People rather be
getting
blind than to
riches,
watch you Fefails.
getting
Trust and
money.
believe. The only people
Girl,
that
you're
want you is a
jealous.
bunch of men that are gonna clap your cheeks. People
Babes,
rather be
I don't
blind.
even like men.
People
Oops.
rather be blind than watch
I don't
you
even like
Fefails.
men. Oops.
Trust me.
I don't even
so
like
you're fruity.
men. You like men.
Are you fruity?
Am I fruity? No, I'm not desperate. So I'm getting
so
money.
you can't get the man that you want. That's what
bills.
it is. Yeah, that's what
big
it is.
Bills,
Men have clapped your cheeks and none of them wanted you.
Big cars,
that's what it is. Okay,
big houses,
yeah, that's what it is.
Big bills.
What it is you've taken big deeds all your life, and you can't get married. So now you're stuck in this rut. Oh,
you need a man to live.
That's why I say this young generation are going to be forever for
happy
the streets.
Pride Month to you, babe.
Happy.
He don't really love you.
Who doesn't? You?
You love a letter
the
man.
The man that clapped your cheeks?
Yeah, he don't really love you.
This is what I mean. She can't prove me wrong.
He loving with other men.
She
Happy
can't
Pride
prove
Month
me
to your
wrong.
man. Happy Pride Month to your man. He doesn't even like you.
This is why you BLs will never get married. This is why
using you for your friend.
The marriage rate. And let me tell you something. Then you're gonna be good for.
The
only thing good for is the streets. The only thing you're gonna for is the streets. By these Fefails. You see, Bia. Bia is young and dumb. Bia can't seem to accomplish her life.
No ring
That's
on
why
you.
she's on hitting. Because the reality is everything actually reflects her life. She doesn't have her mother's in the streets getting her cheeks clapped. She was raised by a single mom.
By the way.
She was raised by a mom.
Dead downstairs.
She was raised by a single mom.
Try again.
She was raised by a single mom. Because there's no way on earth a Fefail like this has a father. And you have these fatherless Fefails. You can't seem to comprehend any type of sense, happen to call
your daddy,
and can't accomplish anything in life other than getting their cheeks clapped.
Where's your
So the reality is, when the future is finished for the next generation, this is it. Bia is the great example of how the next generation is completely destroyed. Because the reality is, they will learn all by themselves how they are incapable of being able to accomplish anything in life. These Fefails don't know how to accomplish nothing in life, I'm telling you. That's why they can't be able to prove me wrong. They struggle to prove me wrong. Because you see, just like this fast one on my prompt, they're all the same. Bia is just like this Fefail right here. She's probably doing the splits somewhere on another man. She's probably gonna do the split somewhere else in her next graduation. I'm telling you, the young generation, the next generation are only getting worse. They are only getting worse. They're not getting any better. And what's funny is they think I'm here to help them. I'm not here to help community boxes. I'm not here to try and get you out of your own failures. Now, the same person that says they have a mother and father, how come you're in the streets? Why are you actively in the streets getting your cheeks clapped? There's no way you have a father unless your father just doesn't care about you. There's no way you have this mindset and you actually have a father who cares and loves you. There's no way on earth that you can have a daughter like this and actually think you have a father.
Want to see a picture
There's
of my papa?
no way. There's no way on earth
you want to see a picture
you have a father who cares about you. There's no way.
Want to see him?
If you do have a father, that man has accepted that you are.
Oh, now I got a father. I'm fast because I'm educated and getting
You're not educated. There's nothing educated about you. I'm
in college right now. I got a certificate. I'm still in college, majoring in medical.
There's nothing educated about you. Yeah. You can't be able to prove me wrong. You can't be able to bring any type of stats. You can't be able to bring any type of facts. You're just emotional. Like you're like an emotional, scrawny little kid that can't get their way and they just have a tantrum. You can't actually be able to.
Who sounds more mad?
You know, it's like talking to a child that can't get their way. You can't speak sense to them. You can't actually be able to have a sensible conversation. I'm talking about I'm talking about social media and young people's mental health.
And I told you about it.
You called them dumb.
We know how to control it.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You can't have a logical conversation.
I did.
You can't.
Hey, Channel, you got backup music.
There is no truth to what you're saying at all. You're in denial that the younger generation are more depressed. They're more likely to unalive themselves.
I'm doing better than you.
Oh my goodness me, Bia.
We're not.
Please. Nobody cares about that.
I'm kind of confused on how y'all generation is in the highest because y'all are in unhappy marriages.
That's how I know you Fefails are finished. Because the only thing you have to say, let me tell you how. The only thing you have to say is you're doing better than me. Like that is such a low statement. It's not a lot though. It's not.
How? Am I not doing better to you? What do you have over me?
It's not about that. It's not about what I have over you or what you have over me. Hold on. It's not about that. It's that it lacks depth. It lacks so much depth. It's like
somebody just said Trump 2028.
It's like we can't get
nowhere. Is this a Trump live?
Hold on. It's like we can't get nowhere because the only thing you seem to think about money is like talking to someone that doesn't think.
We need money to survive, babe. You're not gonna work. Like you
this
can't.
Is what I'm saying.
You need money to survive.
Next generation's finished.
Oh my god.
This is why I said the next generation's finished.
I mean, do you not? Do you not need money to survive, or
life is more than money? But anyways, I'm just gonna introduce Kanal.
Yeah, duh. But do you not need money to live? Or
Bia, huh? Yeah, Bia. Your statement. Let me tell you something, Bia. You telling me you do better than me? How does that prove the prompt wrong?
Okay, if modern women are doing better than you, that should automatically mean, we're not the problem. We're not going to be the problem for the next generation. The next generation will be building up wealth, success.
Okay.
Better than you and your generation.
All right. Do you
screwed us up.
Do you know how to build wealth? How does building wealth even look like to you?
I mean, you can get a business, you can learn, you can go to college, you can pass that on to your future children and future generation, whatever you want to do in life that gets you money.
I thought you said that your generation wasn't desperate enough to get married.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you said that your generation how are you going to build wealth if your generation doesn't want to get married?
You don't need to build wealth if you're not married. You don't have to be married to build wealth. But that was your statement.
Your statement is
single mothers or lesbian couples without men.
Your statement
actually building wealth with their future generation.
Your statement was you're gonna build a business and pass it down to the next generation, your children. How are you gonna pass that down?
There's many ways to pass down wealth.
Hold on. How are you gonna pass that to your children if you're not desperate enough to be with a man?
Okay.
So you're saying single moms. So are you saying that single moms? Are you saying that single moms are going to build wealth?
Or lesbians?
Yeah, no one's talking about fruity people.
Or lesbians.
No one's talking about fruity people.
They actually do.
So you're saying that single moms.
Fruity people.
Are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying that single moms are going to build wealth?
Yes, exactly what I'm saying. And lesbians.
Okay. Go ahead, Kanal. Welcome. It's like talking to it's really like talking to myself at this point.
But is it impossible to have money without a man, in your opinion?
You can't build you can't build wealth as a single mom. You can't build wealth as a single mom. But anyways, Kanal, welcome. Welcome, Kanal. What do you have to say about the prompt?
How you doing, Remnant? I had to come pay you some tribute today. I've seen you live. If you can hear me, modern women will be the destruction of the next generation. We can see it already. That generation's already here. But unfortunately, yes, women are, in control of pass on culture. So as long as we have them existing and behaving and performing like they are right now, and because we do pass on culture or behavior, we're going to see the destruction of the next generation behind her that comes after her, and so on and so on, unfortunately. Because they don't think that having self-control or being y'all stop letting people up here, please. I'm sorry, Remnant. Just put a pause on that, because whoever that person is keep coming back up.
All right.
So anyway, I just if you don't observe that as a moderator, I don't know what to say. But anyway, and it's sad. I was really upset when Cooking with Kaya came out. It was a cute little chant. Everything was cute about it, right? It was cute. The song was cute. Cooking with Kaya. But she told her to play the food. Can you mute, ma'am?
No.
Can you mute your mic? Can you mute? Thank you. And that's the problem with this generation. But that's okay, because now females are starting to fill the population of jail and prison. So they have a place for them. My father always told me that if you don't listen to somebody, you gonna listen. If you don't do what I tell you to do, you're gonna listen to somebody. And they think that their future is bright. I don't know if it's true or not, but the young lady that's doing the splits right now, I think she got her diploma taken away from her. I think I tried to look it up. They said that did not happen, but they need to start revoking their diplomas and their degrees. They should. Ever since that woman in the Congress, the black woman in Congress, did those little splits with her booty all out at the beach out there. I don't know what beach it was, but ever since she did that, all you see is these females coming out doing headstands and flips and spreading their legs and doing all these splits and stuff across the internet everywhere. Ever since she did that. So, and that's part of pass on culture, which is bad behavior. And it has a price to it. It has a tag, in order for them to get something. So as long as they get the attention and as long as they don't have any consequence, which right now it doesn't seem like they will. That's going to be what they use. They love the clicks. They love the likes and the attention. So, that's where it is. Look at Dr. So-called Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Pass on culture, bad behavior, lying, manipulating. The woman is out of her mind. So, it's gonna be bad. So, we just went to the store not too long ago and picked up some more stuff that we might need in order to take care of these problems, because it's gonna get worse. You're gonna see female behavior at its worst. So that's all I got on that right now. You got any questions?
Facts on facts. Oh, I see.
Oh, was that another bird speaking?
So it's interesting. I don't know why. Well, I know why. Yeah. Destroyed generation. But, it's interesting.
I feel bad for you guys.
It's interesting that you would say that the young generation is doing better. But only 50% of children born in the mid 1980s and more than their parents did at 30, down from 90% for those born in the 1940s. So majority of your generations are not even making more than half your parents are. But before you respond to that, hold on. I'm just going to read up the super chat real quick. Thank you, Thanta, BLK Jaguar, thank you. Hey, you. Thank you for the $2. Thank you, Eugene, sent $2. Was that arrogant I was hearing? Well, that's all we're hearing. Thank you. Thank you, classy young man, sent $10. In these job markets, is not what you know, it's who you know. This still applies in the world, and your decorum and your behavior does matter. If you have a reputation for being unbearable, you're done. Facts on facts. And that's why I say, especially in this young generation, it is worse because they are literally putting their whole personality, their whole characteristic, their classless behavior online. It is literally your digital footprint. So they are completely finished. That's why they're not getting high the same way. That's why they're not building any type of wealth. That's why they're in debt in that type of way. And it's only going to get worse.
Girl, you're literally doing the same thing right now.
If I'm doing the same thing, then you agree with me.
No, I feel like you sound stupid by saying that because you're doing the same thing.
So it doesn't make sense. 1 minute you're saying that the young generation...
No, I'm saying you're putting yourself on social media, and that's why the generation is bad because of social media. So what kind of sense does that make?
Okay. So...
You're saying social media is affecting the youth mental health.
It's bad because your mother.
I'm sorry, I was talking to the host, but
So what? You muted in when I was talking, so you
no, babe, I was just finishing.
You act like you got some sense.
I didn't butt in.
I said, it's because of your mama.
Thank you.
This generation is failed, like you.
Like me, I got more money than you. Anyway,
and you probably do.
That's her response.
And you have
she has
definitely
money.
right along doing better.
It's really
just like
sad.
Everybody else in my generation.
And you have bad behavior to go around.
That's actually not true because poverty and income,
anyway.
young adults 18 and 34 similar had higher poverty rates than prior generation at the same age. So that's not true, but that's not cap.
No, that's cap.
So any facts that I bring you, you're just gonna say it's cap. Doesn't make any sense.
No, unless you show me, like you put it on a green screen.
So give me some stats then. Why don't you prove what you're saying? Because I'm proving what I'm saying. You ain't. You're struggling.
I'm not really technically proving because you didn't show anybody the stats. You're just reading it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I can actually show you on my green screen if you want. Hold on,
so try and prove how the younger generation are doing better because that is impossible with inflation, living crisis. Yeah, it is completely. The young generation are struggling. Home ownership for under 35s are lower, 37% recently, down from higher decades ago. You're not owning homes at the same rate. Debt and living arrangements. Non-housing debts per young adult nearly doubled since 1989. Driven by student loans. 9 times growth. More young adults live with parents. Highest since 1940s.
One second.
Because they remain children. They never grow up. They're all in an arrested development right now, living in the victim mindset.
Girl, you had a baby
blame everybody. Can you please be quiet?
At 15.
Can you please be quiet?
Bia. Listen, Bia.
Absolutely not.
Bia, listen.
Whoever had you should have swallowed you.
Girl, you already swallowed.
Bia, understand that you have no decorum.
No, I'm here just like you are.
But if you want to at least have a decent debate, let people speak.
Be quiet.
Let people speak. Bia, what are you struggling with? You say the young generation is doing better, but you have no decorum. You can't be able to even have a simple debate or conversation.
That's their better.
This doesn't make any sense. Don't have decorum.
That's their better.
Why don't you just respond?
She just said swallowed.
Oh my
no
God.
Hold on.
Not classy.
Remnant, look at this. This is their better. This is their better. This is
we're
what
making
they have
more money than you. We're more educated
this
than
is
you.
Where this is what they are doing to show that they are better.
Girl, what do you have?
This is their better.
I know.
Disrespect
what do you have?
is their better. Having their clothes off and twerking is their better.
Where's
Getting
your
screwed
education
by
level?
500 dudes at 19 years old
that you're doing better than
better.
me.
This is their better.
I got proof
this is all
that
they
I'm doing
have
better
to
than
offer.
you at my age.
They don't have any other
I'm doing
things
better
to
than you
offer.
at
She's
my
probably
age.
overweight.
Education
She's
level,
probably overweight.
decorum,
She's probably
classy. I look
overweight.
better
She
than you. I
probably
got a
is
house.
overweight.
I got core
Has a high
at my little
body
age.
count. And she has no sense.
How do you know
all
my body count? You can tell by looking at me, babes.
And those
Yeah,
people,
everyone
those
can
females,
tell by looking at you. That's a
those
fact.
Because I'm
females,
attractive than you. I'm more attractive.
those females who have their mouths open all the time.
It's how you carry yourself.
That's how you can tell my body count.
Yeah, how you carry yourself.
Because you're sad and
have their
lonely
legs
and nobody
open all
wants
the time.
you assume my body count is high.
Control.
Okay, wait.
This
Poor
is
baby.
their better.
It is.
This is their better.
Bia, what I'm struggling.
I got this bitch mad again.
Bia, what I'm
Where
struggling.
are your moderators, Remnant?
Oh, don't cry now.
Hold on. I'm speaking.
I'm always cry, just like you.
Oh, poor baby.
Me.
Yeah,
Bia,
I know.
what I'm struggling.
Similac.
Okay, hold on. Bia, what I'm struggling is why can't you just be able to have a decent debate? What?
I
why
can't.
Are you
She's
struggling?
talking about swallowing kids and body count.
No, because you got disrespectful first
for your grown age.
But you got disrespectful
yeah, it
first.
is.
She talked about my body count. That's
you got disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
Not classy.
You got one.
You too old for that. And you my girl my age and you talking like that? Girl, where's your decorum?
So is. Because you was born right around them too.
My grandma don't talk like that.
For someone that's doing better,
my grandma got more class than that.
Speak like this if you're doing
this
better.
is what they got to offer.
It doesn't make sense.
Where are your moderators?
Girl, you have no class, you have no money,
Okay. I sure don't.
What do you have?
Oh my goodness me,
nothing.
This is really embarrassing, man.
I have nothing. Does that make you feel good? Nothing.
No, it makes me feel bad for you. Actually.
Okay.
I'm actually crying for you right now, inside and out.
Okay, all right, Bia.
Okay, amen.
Okay, Bia, you're doing better than everybody else. Okay, hooray. Like, it's not that deep.
Yeah,
that should be embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. All right. Yeah, we get it. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's very embarrassing. Let's move on now. Let's move on. Let's be progressive.
This is what the next generation is.
Progressive. Can we be progressive with the conversation? Yes, progressive. Can we progress?
Okay.
This is the next generation.
We're not doing anything. We're not talking about nothing. So let's be progressive.
But this is how you kept the life.
These are the lives that our sons have to choose from.
I dropped you for a reason. I dropped you. You're the one that requested back.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I dropped you because I couldn't be able to have a progressive debate with you. Now,
you never had one to begin with. So, it wasn't nothing to do with me.
Little internet gangster.
I'm telling you.
Internet gangster. Girl, how
gonna do that stuff in somebody's face.
How overweight
I'm 300 pounds, like your mama.
Oh, yeah, I would never fight you. Don't have to worry about that. You was one big heifer.
A large coat. Yeah, it's like your mama who didn't raise you.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. This proves my prompt. So it's like at the same time, it's just proving my prompt at the same time. Because I'm asking to have a progressive conversation, and it's like we're struggling to do that.
Hoes, let's be honest. Before you even came up here, you already lost the classiness. You never came up classy.
Okay, Bia, I dropped you for a reason. You requested backup. So do you want to have Do you want to have a progressive debate, or are you just gonna keep acting up for no reason? Because this is getting a bit.
Girl, I came up here classy. She the one that came up here trashy.
Like this is getting a bit pathetic at this point.
We'll stop being trashy and we can keep with the classiness.
No one's being trashy.
You talking about swallowing kids and body count at her grown age.
You don't like it when people match your energy. That's what
that wasn't my energy. I never gave that out.
That was your energy.
No, she came up here talking like she's 16 years old.
You didn't like it. So just move on.
What didn't I like though?
You didn't like that she matched your energy. So just move on.
No, it wasn't nothing to match.
Okay.
She came up here like that.
Okay, if that's what you believe, that's fine. Okay,
girl, you know what happened.
Let's move on. Okay, so it's interesting that you would say that the younger generation are financially doing better. They are owning more houses, but that is one, impossible, and two, completely and utter incorrect, because houses are way more expensive. Okay, living crisis is a real thing. Inflation is a real thing. Okay, back then houses used to cost for like a 2-3 bedroom house, it would cost maybe £52,000. Sometimes even a little bit less. Maybe even about £40,000. Today, it is triple. It is like £200,000. And the, what's it called? The income hasn't risen either. So that's why I say it's impossible.
That has nothing to do with us. We're still doing better than you.
For young generation to do better, that means the income has to increase.
No, that has nothing to do. Our income is increasing, not yours. No, just because the bills are getting higher doesn't mean we're doing bad. Do you want me to read
no,
facts
but you're not doing better because majority of the young generation are on minimum wage, which is 21,400. Do you want me to read the
statistics and prove? Want me to actually read it to you, or you want to just talk about it?
Go on. Let's hear what you got to say.
Okay. Younger generation millennials and Gen Z are outperforming older adults in wealth, education, and work life. And I can give you the website, and I can give you the statistics if you want. I can show you. I can turn my camera on. Did you want me to do that?
No, go on. Where did you get it?
Okay, 1 second.
Don't need to show anything. Just say it. Just
I'm trying to get away from.
Just cite the source.
I'm trying to get away from AI overview. So make sure you're getting it from a website. Where is it? This is a wealth. That's a weird ass title. A wealth of commonsense.com.
We don't do .com, .org and .gov. Anyone can make a .com.
Perfect. Okay, let's go on to .org. Okay. This one is .org. This is pewresearch.org. Is that okay? That's good enough for you?
And what does it say on pewresearch.org?
Okay, I could do education. Today's young adults are much better educated than their grandparents, as the share of young adults with a bachelor's degree or higher has steadily climbed since 1968.
Yeah.
Around 4 and 10, 39% of those ages 25 to 37 have a bachelor's degree or higher.
Education, that really is talking about YTs and Asians. Asians and YTs are definitely outpacing.
Girl, it's not a specific race. We all know that.
No, if you take a look at who's the most educated, it's definitely YT. It's Asians and then YT.
Oh, so it's only right because they're YT now. That's what you're saying. So I'm
not saying it's right.
But you just flipped it over because y'all said y'all was doing better than us. Now that I proved that we are, now you're blaming on YT people doing better than black people.
Hold on. Education doesn't mean you're doing better. That's one. Education doesn't mean anything.
That is one example of doing better.
One example.
Being smarter than one? Yeah, that's called doing better.
Being educated doesn't make you smarter either. No,
like are we serious?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like seriously?
Yeah, I'm being serious. Just because you have a degree doesn't make you smarter than somebody else.
Are you being real?
I'm being serious.
They don't know what a degree is. They don't know that the degree.
Do you understand what it takes?
Do you understand education? Degree versus education. Totally different, but they would never know. Be quiet. Could you let somebody else speak and stop interrupting?
Are you mad or not?
Yes, I am. And please stop talking to me. Don't address me anymore, little girl.
Bia,
yes, I am. Just
Bia, if for someone that is the most educated,
she started talking with me.
Yeah, because she was responding.
I didn't say anything
what's the
to
issue?
you.
She was speaking. What's the problem? Doesn't mean you need to get rude.
Down on me.
She wasn't. She was speaking.
She could be rude, but I can't be rude.
Nobody talking to your body.
She was speaking about the topic. It's
go
not
to bed.
Go
take a bath.
That is not what she said.
Oh my goodness me.
Wasn't talking to you. You act like you the only one on this panel. I'm talking to Miss Remy.
I feel sorry for anyone that has daughters for the next generation, because there's no way.
I'm pretty sure you only like men.
This is what it is. And if you look at her, she look like she's 18 years. I'm pretty sure you only like
to
even look like she's 15.
Crazy.
She look like she's 14 years old. She doesn't even look like she's even supposed to be up here talking. She doesn't look like she's supposed to be up here talking. The girl don't even look old enough.
Look, these are at her the past swallowers.
She's bony and skinny. Got whole bonnets on her head. I mean, I just don't understand that. Go get dressed. Yeah, okay. And you do. And you know what? And you do. Now go do something with yourself.
Kana was speaking, okay? Let her
I'm going to show you how a bitch come down the slide.
Ridiculous. She's a young girl up here trolling, and can't nobody tell the difference.
You sound a mess.
Can you please be quiet?
No.
Bia,
can you please be quiet?
Respond. What is wrong with you? I don't understand, right? Is you'll be the same person who will say, doing better, educated, own houses, own apartments, and this is how you act. Someone that is succeeding in their life does not act like this. There's no way. Someone that is truly succeeding, hardworking, and intelligent is able to consume information and oppose it with intelligence. You're not doing that.
Okay, but I'm younger than y'all. What's y'all excuse?
It's not about that.
What is y'all excuse? Like,
because your whole stance is this. That, hold on, Bia. These are your talking points. Your talking point is that
you don't even respect the host.
Your talking points is, hold on. Your talking points is you're better, you're more smarter, you're more intelligent, you're more successful. But this is not how someone acts when they have succeeded. This is not. Someone that has succeeded. Someone that has succeeded.
Definitely matching my energy.
Hold on. Someone that has succeeded is able to oppose arguments without being so emotional. Because when you succeed,
one emotion came out of me. When you
succeed, seriously, when you succeed, you learn things. You understand what works and what doesn't. When you have a business, you understand what works and what doesn't. And that's how you're capable of having at least a decent opposing argument with someone. You ain't doing that. You're not doing that. Every time Kanar speaks and she says something you don't like, you react emotionally.
Girl, it's not emotion. It's called talking bad.
It is.
You mad because I'm eating her up.
No, it's not about. No, I'm not mad about that. Do you know what it is? We can't be able to have a progressive discussion. I don't care. Insults are not. I don't really care about insults. As long as we get back to the topic, that's what I care about. Insults here and there is not a big deal for me. Honestly, I get it. People can get petty. It's not a big deal. I get petty. I insult you Fefails, so I expect it back. But at some point, hold on. But at some point, we got to get back to the topic so it can be progressive.
Well, I'm not the one that got off the topic. That was
but you did because when Kanar was trying to respond, you just got emotional again.
Girl, I never cried once. I'm not.
You don't have to cry to be emotional. See, that's what I'm saying. How could you
part of being emotional?
Has nothing to do with being emotional. Crying doesn't mean you're emotional. It doesn't.
Just because I talk mess doesn't make you emotional. You know that, right?
No, it does. To talk mess does make you emotional.
So from you being petty, does that make you emotional?
I match energy. Sometimes, yes. If you want to say
it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, sometimes it can.
Doesn't make you emotional.
It
not
can
for
be.
Me, babe.
It can be seen as emotional. Yes, it can. That's the truth.
Not with me.
It's not.
I feel no emotion right now.
Bia, if you keep speaking a mess and you're not actually making a progressive conversation, that's very emotional. It is.
It is. It has nothing to do. A moron can speak.
Triggered.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it. I don't think you know what emotional
is.
If for you to not be emotional, you wouldn't be speaking this much mess. You'll just be speaking facts.
But that's not how that works.
That's exactly how it works. That's actually how it works.
Not.
Yes,
you can speak any type of way without being emotional. People can be emotional by literally showing it. It's not just by the way you talk.
No, it is by the way you
talk.
People
show it. They can start yelling. They can start sounding like they're sad.
That's how you talk.
No, but
yelling
talking,
is how you talk. Yelling is how you speak. Speaking. How you speak definitely does show if you're emotional or not. It does. It does.
No, you're wrong.
It does.
Oh,
you're bad at this.
So let's say you're working, right? And you're speaking a mess.
She don't care.
Do you think your manager is not going to see you as being emotional?
Okay, say that again. I couldn't hear you.
If you was working and you have a boss or a manager and you're speaking a mess, as you put it, right? I'm speaking your lingo. You're speaking a mess. Don't you think the manager's going to look at you as if you're being emotional?
Speaking a mess, like give me an example of speaking a mess.
I mean, you're so every time the manager says something you don't like, you're just like, oh, well, I'm better than you. Oh, well, I got more money than you. Oh, you jealous, blah. You jealous, blah.
Girl,
you jealous, blah. Like, don't you think the manager's gonna look at you like, this is an emotional wreck? I need to fire this person.
Well, no, that's not the way I was speaking. You're not really good at being
exactly
me.
how you were speaking.
I was actually classy with it. You sound
there was
crazy.
nothing classy about that.
Very classy.
That's exactly how. So you actually believe that you
other than the other person on the lab.
So you actually believe
like this other person. So you
actually believe that you was being classy.
Very classy, more classy than you. This
is how I know. One is trolling, and two, there's no. That's why
I'm trolling, but I actually pulled up facts. You can't actually pull up facts. What have she pulled other than pulling shit out her ass?
Don't worry about me.
Swearing.
You worry about yourself.
Oh, but girl, she started swearing.
No, Kanar doesn't swear.
It's different when
Kanar does not swear.
Don't try to make me out to be.
Kanar does not swear.
Girl, it's sad that you every time somebody come up in here and you agree with them, you just lie for them.
Kanar is able to formulate her argument without swearing.
She hasn't said one argument.
Are you serious? You saying she hasn't made one?
She just butted in our conversation. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because I introduced her.
Yeah, but she actually didn't come up here with any type of claim or any type of statistics. She just came up here yapping.
She made an argument. Sometimes
what was the argument?
Oh my goodness me. Really?
Just if you remember it, just remember it. What was the argument? What she said?
The argument is that this isn't a perfect example of the next generation. The next generation, the only thing they're good at.
That's a terrible argument. It's not even facts around that at all.
Hold on. You're asking what the argument was, and then when I tell you, now you're giving something else.
You already told me that was the end of it. You just said this is proven. You didn't let me finish.
Bia, you're not letting me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
The argument was also that the young generation, the only thing they're good at is being disrespectful. They can't seem to have any real logical conversation. A lot of these young generation don't have fathers, have mothers that failed them. And that actually is already backed by facts, because a lot of these Fefails, a lot of this young generation, not being funny, were raised by single moms. A lot of these,
so you're kind of helping with her claim.
Hold on. A lot of this young generation, they're very much more disrespectful than before. They're fighting.
Your generation was 10 times more disrespectful than my
that's not true. No. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Do you know? Did
y'all hear y'all music?
No, hold on. No, in school, you couldn't be able to do that. Yeah. Just because the music, the young generation. Let me tell you how the young generation are not as disrespectful as the young ones. Because back then, it wasn't against the law to whip your child. You couldn't be able to go to prison for disciplining your child. A lot of things, I'll be honest with you.
That was illegal. Just got away with it.
No, it wasn't. It was not illegal to discipline your child. No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't. Because even no, it's not. Because
it wasn't.
No, hold on, Bia. Even before that, it wasn't even illegal. I'm not saying this is right, but the truth is, there was a time where it wasn't even illegal to hit your wife. So believe, it wasn't illegal to hit your child.
Who hit you? Okay, you said that with a smile on your face.
Because I'm trying to prove to you that.
Well, what did that have to do with it?
Because it does prove something.
Girl, is that like a kink for you or something?
It does prove it. You see, emotional. That response is emotional.
That's not emotional. You just said that with a smile on your face. If I said with a smile on my face, that
it doesn't matter. It's your response.
They was allowed to beat
your response is emotional.
You probably think I was crazy too.
But your response is emotional. Your response is emotional.
I don't think you know what the word emotional means.
Because instead of you actually thinking about it logically, the first response you had was to make a sexual joke. That's very emotional.
No, I already told you how that wasn't logical. Because it had nothing to do with it. You said it was even allowed to beat their wives. Yes, that was off topic.
It wasn't off topic actually.
Completely.
It wasn't. Let me tell you how. It wasn't off topic. Because if you're allowed to do things to adults, then they were allowed to do things to children. So I'm trying to show you how things have changed since then.
I mean, how far along are you talking about? Because if you're talking about your generation, that was definitely illegal.
What year were you born?
Don't ask me questions, lady. I don't know you.
We're just having a conversation.
I would never ask you what year you were born, so don't ask me, okay?
She's probably born in the 2000s. That's be honest. Maybe 2000. I don't know what 2000, but it's 2000 something.
Okay. What she needed to say about that? What was the outcome? Go ahead.
Okay.
Did she actually have a
boy? Hold on. I'm going to introduce Classy. because I understand you're struggling to see the correlation of how some things were legal. So then it's
not in your generation. You need to look up the statistics on that, or the history. I'm pretty sure in your generation it was illegal to do that.
No,
almost 100%.
It actually became. It actually became, I would say, legal around late 90s, around like Gen Z. Around them times, so around the millennials, Gen X, and all the other gens. I'm not really sure about what they're called, but it definitely was legal to discipline your child. It actually only became illegal around 2000s, and that's when your generation really came to existence.
Look that up.
So you was always able to discipline.
Said the 19th century. They didn't give me exact time for some reason.
So if you understand that if they were able to discipline their children, then the reality is they were less likely to misbehave. They were less likely to be rebellious. They were a lot more stricter. There was no social media to go and cry and get 1 million likes and to get money.
They said the late 1900s to 2000s, so I think it's probably right about that.
So this is what I'm saying. The older generation, there were certain things they couldn't be able to do and they weren't able to get away with. You couldn't be able to donate money for them. It was just, you're stuck at home. You're stuck at home with your parents. Well,
and it's just think about it, that's another way why we're better than you.
Unless you're making money. No, but I'm trying to show you how they were less likely to misbehave.
So and that's another way where are we better than you?
No, it's not, because in today's young generation, they're actually a lot more rebellious, they're a lot more reckless, and they're even...
I mean, wouldn't they be?
That's not a good thing, though. That's the point.
How is it not a good thing if the generation was failing?
You're not supposed to be more rebellious and more reckless. You're supposed to be
more rebellious if your generation was failing you. You allowed mistreatment against your kids and wife. I'm pretty sure that's doing better, and it's better to be rebellious against
The older generations actually did amazing because they were able to.
They was doing terrible. They was abusing their child and wife. How is that doing better?
Obviously not the not the beating the wife, but disciplining your child is not abusing.
Disciplining the same. Well, you added that, so I'll add that too. No, but disciplining. But yeah, how is that doing better? Abusing your child probably was a lot of.
This is see this is what I'm saying. It's a young generation mentality. You think disciplining your child?
It's not. That's actually what happened. That's facts.
Hold on. You think disciplining your child is AB?
No, abusing. Y'all used to abuse. Is a difference.
I'm talking about discipline, but I'm talking about.
Do you know the difference though? Do you know? Yeah. The best way of disciplining.
And that's the point.
So what's the best way of disciplining?
Listen,
because that came from Avery type mentality.
There's different ways you can discipline your child, but
so beating your child is the best way.
I mean, if your child needs a whipping, then yes, it's that simple.
My gosh.
This is why your generation's finished.
So you're not educated enough to talk to your child. You rather just whoop the mess out of them, abuse them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your generation, you're proving my point. You're actually proving my point.
I'm not proving your point. I just told you you're not smart enough. You don't have the higher IQ to discipline your child without you can talk to them. You don't have to.
Let me tell you how you.
But you're not smart enough to do that.
Hold on, but you've proved my point. Is that this is a young generation thing where discipline is seen as being your child. It's something that your generation...
It was facts proving that.
And
I get if it wasn't. I get if y'all wasn't abusing them, but y'all was.
No, don't use that word. Say
you can't say abusing.
No, you can't.
AB.
And that's why the older generation, they performed better in school. They were able to get into marriages. They didn't have hookup culture as much. They were able to thrive. They performed better because the reality is they knew if they didn't perform, then they would have to deal with their parents. They couldn't be rebellious.
Y'all did not perform better. Y'all was worse. Y'all got abused and y'all still kept doing.
I said don't use that.
ABs.
For someone that's intelligent,
but y'all was doing worse, even though y'all was getting AB'd in school.
They're not doing worse.
Y'all still did worse than us.
No one's doing worse. That's the worst part about it.
There's books, there's movies, there's facts proving that y'all was doing worse than us.
There's no facts.
From being AB'd.
Half of your generation can't even afford homes today. You can't. It's impossible.
That's a lie. I already pulled up the statistics.
It's not we
having more wealth than you.
Because if living,
I already pulled it up.
Living crisis. Inflation is a real thing.
You keep bringing up that, but that's nothing to do with we having more wealth than you.
You can't have more wealth.
You don't have more wealth.
We already pulled it up. Get your facts right.
You can't have more wealth.
Where are your facts?
You can't have more wealth.
I pulled it up.
No, you didn't pull anything up. You said about most educated.
I just read it to you.
And you used a .com.
That was one of them, but I already pulled up the whole thing. And the whole introduction saying we're getting more wealth.
Yeah, and that was from a site with a .com.
It did say that. It did. How you gonna tell me I read it to you? I literally just read it to you.
Source. I looked up the source. Yes, I did. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, hold on.
I'm looking at it right now.
Before we do that, let me just read out.
Yes, it does.
Let me just read out the super chat, and then I'm just gonna move on to Classy. Okay, thank you. Eugene sent $10. Graduation is supposed to be a majestic event. Receiving a diploma or degree is supposed to be like a king anointing a knight. I don't remember hearing about a sir acting a fool. Facts on facts. Yes, graduating was supposed to be something that is memorable, classy, and all the good things. And today, these young generation turn it into a strip club. Can you imagine that? Anyways, Daniel Korma sent $5 or £5. Thank you. Having a degree and being smart are two different things. Facts on facts. The fact that these young, intelligent generation.
Can we pull up more facts?
Hold on. I'm speaking. Not talking to you. I'm speaking to the super chats. The fact that these young generation, the smart ones and intelligent ones, can't tell the difference. Anyways, it's Classy Perspective. Welcome. It's always good to have you. Thank you, Troublesome. Yeah, you can just what do you think about the prompt? Do you agree, yes or no? And you can just jump in after, really.
No, I agree 100%. Modern women will be the destruction of the next generation. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Especially if we actually add in culture. Black people we're not making that much wealth like that. We're not starting generational wealth like that. Just like she said earlier, she said she's trying to build generational wealth. How do you do that without family and network? You can't even name one person in the world that has wealth that didn't have a network of people that helped them or her along the way. It's not possible. You can't do it by yourself. And if those same network of people that you don't show class and decorum or some sort of behavior towards them, they're going to X you out. And they're going to spread the word to other people to X you out as well. No different than these other companies. You can work with a company, you act out of line. They will send reports about how you are. They say they don't do that, but they really do. And that can keep you from other opportunities as well. So your behavior and your decorum matters more than you think it does. Just because you're saying, oh, I make more money, I got more houses, please. The money that you make right now, 10 years later, will be nothing. So it's all a farce. It's a lie. You're not going to generate wealth by yourself. And the fact, I want to say something about this young lady right here that was that graduated and didn't receive her diploma. That's a good example right there. And the fact of the matter is, I wanted to give her a pass because she was a teenager. You know, we was teenager once, we did crazy things, but the fact of the matter is, I think if she would have did the split, nobody would have said nothing about it. But the fact that she started bouncing like she was in a porn, or excuse my language, corn, or a 304 behavior, her behavior tells me right off the bat that this woman might be a single mother. She may not even graduate from the college she'll go to. And the fact that she made a video doubling down on what she did, she doesn't know if the Georgia State is looking at that video and making a decision about her right now. She doesn't even know if Georgia State is even talking to her high school. But nevertheless, I hope she does succeed in life. But I'm saying, all I'm telling these young people is your behavior and your decorum matters more than you think. It seems good. Your ego is high. It tastes sweet, but you better be careful. You mess with the wrong people, they can cut you off real quick and fast. Go ahead.
Facts on facts. It's open panel. Does anyone have anything to say? Because I know I always do. Okay, I guess not. But yeah, that is a fact on fact. That a lot of times, a lot of these Fefails think that they can be able to build wealth with no family. And when you say you can't build wealth without family, they think, oh, you always need a man, you always need a man. But this is how wealth is built. It's built through marriage. It's built through passing down businesses. It's built through passing down culture. These young generation don't know nothing about that. These young generation, the only thing they are into right now is attention. It's clicks, it's viral moments. There's nothing actually consistent about them. They don't even actually contribute anything to society. I don't know anything that the young generation have contributed at all. They produce nothing other than degeneracy. And honestly, that is the modern woman's mindset. The modern woman's mindset, it's all about destroying. Like they think they're building, they think they're succeeding, but when you really listen to them, you listen to their mindset, you listen to their logic, you listen to what they produced. And then you see the stats and you see how they're more likely to be depressed. You see they're more likely to unalive themselves. And then when you take a look at the economy, Western society is collapsing, okay? That's how I know majority of this young generation is never even going to make as much as the older generation, is never going to succeed as much because Western society is collapsing. You are not going to thrive in an economy that is literally crashing. That is impossible. But because a lot of these young generation are clueless about what's happening around them, they really think they're succeeding. In what world are you succeeding in? Maybe if you move to another country, maybe if you move to a whole nother place, like a third world country, I don't know, maybe Thailand, maybe then, maybe somewhere else. But in Western society, that's not happening. None of you Fefails are building and creating and succeeding. Not in this economy. And if you don't know about this economy, then it says that you don't know nothing. Anyways, so I'm going to introduce Ari.
Hello.
Yes, welcome. Can you please address the prompt?
I would say that I agree. And on the topic of how we appear and how we present ourselves to other people, I am a single mother of 33 years old. I have a 10-year-old daughter, and that is something that I preach to her almost every day. She's on a dance team. And when it comes to the TikTok videos, the trends and the sounds that they're using, I'm trying to hammer it into her that you don't want your dance coach, or you don't want someone from your school or a prospective school to see you in a certain TikTok using certain sounds, because they're going to judge you and you're going to look a certain way, and you're going to lose opportunities based off of how you present yourself, regardless of what you got going on or what you might bring to the table. I don't like what the young girl did. I was disgusted. If it had been my daughter, I would have been mad as hell. So that's all I have to say. I agree with what y'all are saying, and this is very important for us to be talking about. Thank you.
Facts on facts. Wanda, welcome. Can you please address the prompt, and then we can go back to open panel.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with the prompt. I think this type of behavior is why we have so many single moms out here in the BLK community, and she probably will become a single mom. And if she has a daughter, her daughter will be a single mom, because degeneracy begets degeneracy.
Wow. I agree. I definitely agree. It's open panel.
It's really sad though, but you remember last time I was up here, We was talking about the last topic. I think I forget which one it was. I don't know if it was about Megan. I don't remember. But
I forget as well.
Most of these young girls don't have fathers. See, they mad at that. And these are the ones that hate men, right? Because if you go through a post and you just listen to what they're saying, most of the post is about relationships or having to do something about not liking men and why do I need to be with a man? I ain't got to be with no man and all this different stuff. How are you already at that point? Some of them say they virgins, right? I'm a virgin, but you're talking about sexual content. How are you a virgin talking about something that you ain't never done? Does that make sense to you, Remnant? Did you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't believe a lot of these Fefails, if I'm very honest with you.
Yeah, because I don't understand how do you know the emotion behind somebody that's been there? How do you know that? You can't know that if you haven't done that. So a lot of them are just broken and upset and mad because I'm telling you, it is so important. It's important to have both parents, but it is so important to have a father. Because what these young girls begin to do is long for a man. And then when they're longing, if they don't get the love that they need, they become angry and they become resentful. They never really take it out on the mother. They start lashing out at men because the conversation at home with mama is your daddy ain't there. He ain't there for you. He don't care. I'm the one here doing everything for you and blah, 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 blah. See, this is the indication that the generation that is next, right, will be destroyed because of the things that they keep hearing other women say about men not even having the experience with the good guy yet. There are plenty of nice little young guys with quarter zips that come on my panels when I used to go live. They want a little wife. They like family because their parents had family. But I told them, I said, well, if you got a father and a mother, you don't need to be seeking no girl without a father because you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have issues because they haven't even connected with the eternal father, and they have not connected with an earthly father. So the father and the lack of a man being present is a big factor. It's a big factor. It is so imperative that we all have a father, boy or girl, man, woman. But when it's with the woman, because typically men know how to work through emotional trauma and stuff like that. Okay, they do. Mentally and emotionally, they know how to do it. They'll go play basketball. They have friends they can chill out with. They talk to each other, whatever. Men have to find their own groups that they can, hey, what's up, man? Talk to you, whatever. They don't have the psychology world on their side. They don't have benefits that are thrown at them everywhere you look. They don't have that. They don't have grants and stuff that they can have just for being a man, like women do, right? So at the end of the day, a lot of the disgruntled behavior and the uncontrolled emotion, it comes from a lack of love. There's no love. And to think that I'm not being emotional because I'm not crying and I'm just talking, you cannot see that is a direct indicator or implication that you are emotional. You lack emotional intelligence. You are emotional immature. And that's what we have. We have no accountability. We don't have no responsibility for our actions. But see, this is the things that your daddy teaches you. But a lot of us wouldn't know that because we ain't got no fathers. Your father straightened you out when you were a young child. They tell you, you're not gonna get what you want. You won't have that entitlement attitude. You don't deserve everything. You're not no little princess. You don't. You know what I mean? Tap tap. You can't do that. Okay, this is okay, but this is not okay. Right? Think logically. Get out your feelings. Why are you taking it that way? What? I don't know what I did. Yes, you do. Think about what you did, and then when your father walks you through this psychological process so that you rarely operate in your feelings all of the time because you're already a female. You're already a female. So they just are more they're definitely, we all emotional at some point. But I find that women or these younger girls coming up right now, they're more illogical, they're more undisciplined. They don't have any empathy. They smart with their mouth, but they don't have no respect for, and they don't have no respect for anybody. So this is a destruction, a wave of destruction that's going to hit. I stay in the house now, Remnant, a lot more than what I used to, because I now realize that not only are there, we have a world where, okay, well, we got to stay safe from the man. Well, now you got to stay safe from women.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to stay safe from a woman. You got to stay safe from the woman that gets triggered. You got to stay safe from the woman that don't like you talking about family. You got to stay safe from the woman that don't like you talking about femininity. You got to stay safe from the woman that don't want you to talk about being married. You got to stay safe from the woman that's talking about the 304 culture. You got to stay safe
Facts.
from the woman that doesn't want you to talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and all of their idols that they have. You got to stay safe from the women that are unstable and don't understand how to raise children. You got to stay safe from all of these type of women, and they are in a rage.
And Canuck, can I
And
add
the
something?
one problem that they have is their mama, and they won't go confront her. Mom, when you did choose somebody to lay with, why didn't you choose a father and a husband for yourself? They don't want to ask mama that question. You know why? Because their mama's going to knock their teeth in the back of their throat.
Yep.
I'm mute.
No. You were good, Canuck. I was gonna say the same thing. They know their mother is gonna give them the business because mama's not gonna come out and say, "Hey, I was a 304 as a young person. I was a 608. Now I'm an elder 912." She's not gonna tell her daughter that because she's in competition with her daughter. And the fact of the matter of the situation, I want to say one thing to Remington and Canuck and all the men and ladies who don't have these problems. In the future, please put all your investments in Petco and PetSmart. You're going to make a lot of money, trust me, in the future.
I 10% agree with what Kanar said,
That's right.
about these being worried about Fefails today, because they are the most unstable lot than any woman from any generation. Even the Fefails that did sexual liberation, did feminism, even they were a little bit more stable. These lots are completely unstable. We're seeing more crimes with more women today. There's more crimes that more Fefails are doing today. There's more Fefails who are doing more crimes, more unaliving each other, setting other people up to do that. It's happening at a very fast rate. There's more Fefails unaliving their children and themselves. The reality is they're not progressing. I say they are mutating. We're not actually going to see a future where young adults are going to be thriving. We're actually going to see them destroy themselves. Go ahead, and after that, I'm going to introduce the next panelist.
Thank you. Bia said that they're doing better. They're doing better than the elder generations. But this is the thing, though. That's not true. Because a lot of them are single moms in education, right? Also, BLK women don't really get married until their 30s in the US. And half of all the moms or mothers in the BLK community are single moms. So in the BLK community in America, it's like 4.6 million single moms. And in the white tea community, it's 6 or 7 million single moms. And they have the overarching lion's share of the population, but there's only a 2 million difference. So a lot of these BLK Fefails in these younger generations are single moms. Single moms typically live in poverty or on government assistance. And a lot of them around Bia's age are unaliving themselves because they have the highest self-deletion rates in America compared to all average women, single moms, 40% more likely to unalive themselves. So how much better are they doing if they're getting knocked up, not getting married, live in debt, and are unaliving themselves? Oh yeah, and having 2 or 3 bastard picnics with 2 or 3 Pookies and Ray Rays that have already created babies with another Pookisha.
Facts. Facts on facts. Okay, so Sin, Sign, can't pronounce your name. Are you there?
Centerfold.
Yes, Cinefold, welcome. Can you
can
please...
call me Sin.
Okay, Sin, welcome. Can you please address the prompt?
I can't really see the prompt, but I had came in because Shanna was, I can't really see her name, but
Her
Shanna was
name is
talking.
Kana.
Kana.
Okay. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So I had really wanted to address something that she said, and I think the last person who spoke were in Black, maybe.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring it all full circle, really. The only thing that's really changed here is the internet. And I don't want I brought it in on Shana because I stepped in on the panel on Kana because I feel like it's not really mainly the parents' problem. Because you can go out there and you can do the best you can and raise your kids the best you can, and they still are pressured by peer pressure, the internet, music, TV shows, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly think that the internet is probably the main problem where a lot of people are trying to get a lot of likes, get a lot of views, be famous, take off, and things like that, where they want to impress the next person and they want to outdo the last person. You see what I'm saying?
So I'm
nothing is
trying to
really going to change because
you said the internet.
Right.
So how is the internet the only difference?
Well, just like I said, people are trying to outdo the next person, outdo the last person, and trying to up the next person. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go on that stage and do that split because it was for her friends. It was a video. She was going to post it, and it was going to be live. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was probably going to react to it. People are doing things so that they can get some traction later on. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, then that's a
lot,
huge
just like that boy who was eating on a roller coaster.
But then that's a big difference.
He just got banned from all the Six Flags. It's not really different.
It's a big
touching on what everybody was saying
the older generation,
That's me. I'm 41.
They would have never done a split on stage in high school.
Well, that's because a lot of people are not out here trying to impress nobody at my age. You know, we wasn't trying to do that back then either. I feel like nowadays it's more so every eye is on you. You got to be different. You got to be wowing everybody. And it's too much pressure, which I wanted to talk about Black and what he said, why suicide is so high.
Smooth.
Because people are getting
unaliving them.
I would like to, I don't mean to cut off Sin. I would just wanted to say there was a certain,
hold on. Let her land. I had to mute her because she started speaking the wrong language. Let her land.
I'm sorry.
Just say just say unalivement. Why they're unaliving themselves. Go ahead, Sin. You can land your plane.
Sorry, I didn't know it was muted. I'm saying a lot of people feel like they need to unalive themselves, and more people, honestly, I was talking to a psychologist, was More people are coming in depressed, and teens at that. I can't even say when I was younger I was depressed. It was more so I was just doing what people told me to do. It wasn't if I liked it or not. But nowadays, because they have a voice and they can use it, whether it's an 8-year-old talking to the internet or, a teenager, they can still express themselves, talk to themselves. They're still getting bullied. They're still getting picked on. And it's not just by the high school now. It's by a million people online who are talking to a little kid who hasn't even grown in all their features yet. You know what I'm saying? That's what make people depressed. The internet. That's all I want to say.
You know, what gets me is that you said that the older generations weren't trying to impress nobody. Like, that sounds really dumb. I'm not being like facetious or nothing, but that was dumb
How
to
old are
say
you?
because let me land, please.
I'm
That's
just asking.
really
How old are you? Just answer the question.
let me land, please.
Okay, see.
That was really dumb to say because if shaking your backside on a stage at a graduation is what is impressive, then I don't want to be a part of any of that because
Who are you to say what's impressive to the next
ma'am, don't
person?
get triggered. Don't get triggered.
No, who are
Okay,
you?
let me
Who are you
land.
to say what's impressive to the next person?
Why are we getting
I let
triggered?
you
Just
land.
let him respond.
She
And
getting
then
I'm
triggered
not
because
getting
she know
triggered.
that
I'm
was
asking a
dumb.
so why don't
question.
That
you
was
just
dumb.
why don't you just let him
See,
land his plane
that
like we let you?
that's what's impressive to BLK Fefails in 2026, shaking their backside on a stage.
Mhm.
And you're gonna say the elder generations weren't trying to impress nobody. That's dumb because the elder generations were impressing people with their grades, impressing people with their intellectual abilities. Yeah, you can laugh. Back in the 1960s, we were impressing the world with the highest marriage rates, lowest single motherhood rates, lowest AB rates. But let me guess, you think the flip side of that is all impressive.
Okay, go ahead, Sin. You can respond, and then
Yeah,
Kanal.
we like I had said already, we was doing what we was told, which would be get good grades, which would be clean up your house, which would be walk the dog. If you wasn't listening, then you shouldn't have chimed in on me. Okay. I already had acknowledged that before you even said anything. We were doing what we were told. That's not impressive. You're doing what you're told.
I mean,
What?
I think that's kind of proving his point because you're doing it, it's one thing to do what you're told, but it's another thing when you execute it, and that is
I'm
impressive.
saying online. We're not going online trying to impress
Yeah,
people what they're
but
trying to
you but
do.
you did. But
Just like I said,
you just said
she
that the younger generations are doing the
getting good
most
grades.
to get the clicks and go viral and impress
Right.
an audience.
Yes, even with their grades now. We wasn't doing that back in our day. We was getting good grades because we were told. I don't know why that's hard to understand.
Yeah,
Nowadays
because
they
you were
want to
no, but
show
just because
people
you was
off
told, but no,
online.
that's a no. But this is where I think you're being
Yeah,
disingenuous.
for me, no, for me, yes, because it was told because
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
not
my
just
butt
you.
tore up.
Hold
It's
on,
not
hold on,
because
hold on, hold on. If
it's not
it's
because
more,
I want to
it's
impress
hold on. No, but
anybody.
it's no. But
It's because you're gonna get your ass
then you don't
whooped.
understand why you even did what you did. Because if you're doing as you're
I do. I'm
told,
telling you, it's not for impression.
no,
I'm
hold
telling you
on.
right now, it wasn't for an
It
impression.
is actually because you're doing as you're told. So you want to make.
No, you're doing it so
Hold
you don't
on.
get in trouble.
It's not just about getting in trouble. Is that you want to
Yes,
do
for me it
it,
was.
it?
For
It's
me it
yeah. I'm not
was.
talking just about you personally. Okay,
I am. I'm
but you're
speaking for
speaking
me.
about
You're
a
speaking on what
generation.
I'm
You're
speaking
speaking about a
on.
generation, not just you. Are you
Right,
millions of
a
people?
generation that I know, the black community. Do you
Yes,
know
I
the black
understand.
community?
I understand the BLK
No,
community. Say BLK. I don't
no,
know why you're getting so
no.
triggered. I don't get it.
Why do I have to say BLK? It's nothing
Because
wrong with saying black.
because you have to abbreviate any words that describe people, a type of person, or anything sexual on my live or anything negative. That's how my live runs. Okay, I get it. You're very triggered. You're getting very emotional.
I'm
There's no
not
need for that.
triggered. I'm
You
telling you,
are.
I'm speaking
Because
from
every
my
time I'm
point of view
speaking, you
and black
interrupt
people's
me.
point of
Every
view
time I'm speaking, you interrupt me. And we allow.
because you want to change the
I'm not
narrative.
changing the narrative. Why don't you let people
You
finish? Why
are.
don't you let people finish and then oppose it? I don't understand. I don't
I
understand.
am.
Then you're not letting
I
me
don't know when
finish.
you're
Have I
finished.
finished
I'm
though?
just jumping
Have I
in.
finished? So why don't you let the
When you
host
pause,
finish?
I jump in.
No, let me finish. I don't understand you Fefails. This is why the young generation like B are finished, because they're learning from failed aunties like you. There's no this is why Fefails like Bia, they can't learn from anybody, because look at you, you're a grown Fefail.
We're doing better than you can't
even show decorum for the younger generation. You can't even do that.
No,
you can't even show Bia how to act. You can't even do that. Why don't you show decorum?
Because she doesn't have to. We don't need somebody A-Bing me.
Please.
It's not that.
What? I'm saying facts.
Yeah, fine. But the reality is I'm speaking, and somehow it's only two hyenas that are interrupting me because they're emotional.
Yeah, I'm a hyena.
Well, you're not really.
You see how she brought emotions to it by saying that?
Yeah, she's the one upset.
You're not
then
acting.
all of a sudden, when I say something,
Please. Well, I'm just going to keep muting you.
And I'm going to keep unmuting.
And this is why we can never be...
No, you want to talk, I'm going to talk too. You want to talk, I'm going to talk
too. I'm the host. I can speak. What are you talking about?
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you can cut me off. And
it does, though.
Yes, it does.
It does. What are you talking about?
No.
Here comes her
Oprah Winfrey has a whole show. Oprah Winfrey has a whole show. Do you know how many times... Do you know how many times that she...
Honestly.
You be quiet? You know? Please. You know how many
times... The biggest bird. Here comes the biggest bird.
Yeah, I am.
Please.
I am. You know how many times Oprah Winfrey has cut off people? And I mean famous people. Other than herself. It's her show. She can cut off people when she wants. Period. It doesn't matter. This is her show.
Sin. How do we expect?
If you can't respect her show, log off. Remove yourself. Go to bed.
If you don't like it, you can go
to bed. Go to bed.
You don't like it, you can get
Who auntie are you feeling like?
Hold on. Sin, I'm trying to figure out. Sin. What's the issue with letting me finish? What's the issue with letting me finish so you can respond?
There's no issue.
Okay,
no
then.
issue.
So why
we're
don't
gonna
you
have a conversation? You see how you cut me off? I'm not even finished my sentence, and you're cutting me off. Like if you're going
this
to
is
want
her
to
show,
and she cut me off
because I'm the host.
If you're going to have a conversation,
I'm the host.
okay. But when I do the same thing,
you don't need backup,
babe. When I do the same thing, don't be upset.
She went up there and got her little friend to come up in here with her to start trolling.
You're doing. I'm doing the same thing.
I'm the host. When I allowed you, when you first came on, I allowed you to speak, and you was.
She brought her little friend up here to troll. That's what she did.
I don't even know her, lady. I don't know you.
I don't believe me.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm the main character.
Sin, can I ask you a question?
Who laughed like that?
A lot of us were actually agreeing with some of the things that you said.
Listen,
don't be speaking about anyone's mother because
she don't.
Be an adult and take criticism. It's not hard.
Do not speak about anyone's mother because you.
She talk about me. I could talk about whatever.
Yeah, because you're the one that started it. What is wrong with you?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
She came from me.
You did. You started it all. You've been the root
girl.
Of
what do you need? You need that.
Entire
what do you need?
You can't be.
You ain't even saying
logical conversation out of Fefails, man.
You ain't even saying facts.
I don't know why you got these
pull up some facts.
Disrespecting you like that. That's
pull
ridiculous.
up some facts.
You know what it is?
I am a fact.
Because you not.
You know what it is, Bia?
You trying to argue? You're not really trying to.
Hold on.
I am the fact.
Do you know what it is, right? Bia, she's young. She's like in her 20s.
I am the fact.
She's
a big fact.
She's like in her 20s, and I think
you dang all right. And remember that.
And you know, my life has always been about not censoring people. I don't like to censor these Fefails because I think it's important.
You censor specific people.
Hold on, no, I don't censor anyone. I really don't. If I did censor, I would have just blocked you and muted you.
You're a big pick. You ever thought about that? You're big.
Yes, I am. I'd rather be a pick me. So the reality is, Kana, I don't like to censor people. What I like to do is use my platform to reveal them. That's what it is.
No, I know you do.
Because at the end of the day,
I'm not challenging your path. I'm just saying.
I get if y'all wasn't doing the same thing.
Girl, I understand. You ain't not breaking down for me. I know why you do what you do. It's a teaching moment.
You are matching me.
But
that proves
this is what we need to. Let me tell you something, Kana. We need to see this. Kana, we need to see this. People need to hear this.
Though. Let
proves that
I understand. I've been on here 5 years. Trust me. I know them all.
because you can't even.
I know them from the
It proves
hyenas,
it.
from the chameleons, from the wildebeest, and all of them. I know them all, baby. I didn't encounter
The
every
hyenas and
last
all of it.
kind,
All
every
right.
last kind, big back,
But it
small
Thank you,
back,
proves it.
Mrs.
all of them,
You shouldn't
Fluent.
even be
So good to
matching
have
me.
all of
you.
them.
Welcome, Mrs. Fluent. Okay, so I'm gonna let Sin
You're
speak.
trying to match me right now.
Okay.
That's sad. You're
Ain't
at your
nobody
grown
thinking about you.
age.
All
At
right.
your grown
Okay,
age,
I'm
though.
speaking.
I'm 15, just like you.
Girl, that's
Bia,
sad.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
embarrassing.
no one's trying to match
I
you.
know. We're both
And it's
embarrassing.
crazy because you're talking about baby mamas and people being free, but you're
I
worse than
know. We're
us.
both baby
It's
You
because you
mamas.
keep
peaked in
over
high
talking
school.
You and
people.
You're
me.
community
Okay.
punai.
Yeah, I
But you're
know.
Oh
talking
my
I
mess
goodness
about
know.
my
me.
generation
Praise
Bia,
the
because we're not
Lord.
doing the same.
Bia, please. Okay, for
No.
someone that makes more money, act like it. Go ahead, Sin. You wanted to respond.
She got monopoly money.
Girl, you mad because I'm doing better than
Yeah,
you at my
back
Okay,
young
to
then
what
act
I
age.
was
like it.
saying
Then
to
please act
Black.
like it. Act
You're
like it.
jealous.
Act like it then.
Goodness,
Just
I
Since
am
you wanted
just
to
jealous.
act
attack
like
You're
it,
me,
please.
jealous
Just
of
act
me.
like
I
it,
can't
can't.
okay?
find any other
I
adjectives
am.
Go
instead
ahead.
of
All
Oh,
right.
that.
Can
girl,
So
we
I'm
I
just
really
I
sorry.
am.
am.
Oh my god. All right, please. Let Sin respond to what I said.
Oh.
Okay?
Go ahead, Sin.
Oh, I really was not. I
Ugh.
was still responding with the what Black was saying. I mean, you kind of rolled over into it, but I feel like some people just are gonna purposely find ways to pick at whatever you're saying and find ways to disagree with you or pick at anything you say and purposely not understand you, no matter what you say. Like I said, back in the day, kids was seeing and I heard. Okay, you was to get a switch. Kids wasn't behaving because they were to impress the adults. I don't know where y'all got that bull from, but that was never the case. We were out here doing what we had to do because we were going to get a beating from our mom, our grandma, our dad, because I have a dad, two of our aunties, probably, uncle, and the neighbor across the street. That's how they did things back in the day.
It
So it's not
worked.
about impressing
Mm.
anybody.
It
Well,
worked. AB.
whether it worked or not, it don't work no more because the system said don't
AB is
put your hands
working.
on your
Well,
kids.
look at the state of the
Okay,
young generation today. They're completely
We're
but
finished.
it's not.
doing
But the
better. I've
state
been
said
trying.
you
They're
cannot do
not.
that, and I do believe that
I've
they're
been
doing better
proven to
because
you
there's
by
a lot
Sin, you
of
fact.
don't
black
hear her cutting
women.
you off?
There's a lot
Bia,
of
no
Sin, you
black
one's
don't hear her
women
cutting
who
you
are
off?
in
Bia, no one's
college
Girl,
talking.
who
now
you haven't
Bia,
who
said
are
Bia, no
doing
anything.
a
one's
lot
speaking
better.
to
That
you.
Everybody
I
conversation.
can't deal with this. Please. I just need to hear what Sin is saying. Okay? And I can't be able to hear what she's saying. Okay,
I do kind of
I know I'm
agree
combating with
with.
Sin, I know, but I need to hear what she's saying. And I just have this cackling voice behind me called Bia, who's still requesting. Go ahead.
Because she want to be seen. Go ahead, Sin.
I do um, understand, that today's women are a lot more 304 and a lot more gimme, and things like that. But I also do believe a lot more women, and not even just Black women, but a lot more women are becoming more independent. Somebody said on the panel that they are becoming more violent, but that's because I honestly think they're becoming men. Okay, I mean they're becoming masculine. I'm not going to say men, but they're becoming more on the masculine side to the point where they do have to take up for themselves, or if they get into a fight they might have to, you know stab somebody or whatever the case may be, and it looks bad, but who is really the aggressor? I seen this post the other day that say you take away the men, um, what are you gonna use to defend yourself? And the comments was like, defend yourself from what? Because a lot of women are the ones that are stepping up to the plate. Regardless of, there's the bad ones, but don't let that overshadow that most of the women coming up in college, I mean most of the people coming up in college are women.
Okay. Does anyone have a response? And then
Well,
does
I
it
Yeah,
do actually.
I want to
go
say
on? Go
something.
ahead, Classy, because I do remember he
Uh,
wanted to say something earlier.
I
I'm
wanted
at
to
the
say.
class.
Oh, I'm sorry, Black Boy. I was gonna say to Sin's.
I actually wanted to say something too, but I'll go
Well, hold
after
on.
Black
Let's
Boy.
see. I want to see if Black has something to say back to what
Okay,
I
but
was
that's
saying to
okay.
him.
That will happen, Sin. But
No, that's fair. That's fair. I can wait. That's fair. Go ahead, Black Boy.
It's the thing, right? It's like you tell them what they're doing is degenerate. Oh, we're expressing ourselves. You tell them that these things that are happening weren't the way it was. Oh, that's because y'all were dumb and children couldn't be free. It's like no matter what standard we hold the community to, it's always gonna be combative against the traditional standard, the things that worked, the things that actually equated to higher success rates. But when you speak to them, they never seem to have any type of answers or any type of results that are positive. And I land.
Facts on facts. Okay, go ahead, Classy, and then Kana, and then I'm going to introduce Mika. Before I introduce Mika, I'm going to read out the super chats. But go ahead, Classy, and then Kana.
I can go after Mika if you want me to, since she's new.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Kana.
I'm sorry. That was probably my fault, Classy. But it
let
had
Mika
something
go.
to do
Let
with what
Mika go.
I was
I'll go
talking
after
about.
Mika.
It was about the women in the colleges.
It's fine. Don't worry. We can pick it up. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly read out the super chats. Thank you, Deep Fort sent $5. Why go back and forth with this agent of chaos? I mean, we need to see who the agent of chaos is in the BOK community. How can we be able to recognize what agent of chaos looks like if we don't see it? And that's what's important for me, is we need to see what dysfunctions look like, sounds like in the BLK community and dismantle it. But I understand it could be very frustrating to hear and listen to a lot of times. Thank you.
I did 5 years of that, girl. My time is up for that. You can go with Mika, and then I'll go after Mika.
Thank you, Deep Fort sent $2. All men aren't violent. You on your own. Men are tired of having to defend a bunch of hyenas. I understand and I agree. Men shouldn't have to defend you Fefails. You should be on your own. And you know what's so funny, right? I know this is a bit random, but on Shade Room, they posted how a BLK man helped another BLK woman from being kidnapped, right? And in my mind, I think a lot of these females have a lot of time to bash BLK men, have a lot of times to say BLK men are protective. Meanwhile, they're still out there risking their life for you. I'll be honest with you. You females need to be just left. He should have drove away. He should have kept driving. Let you deal with that reality. Since BLK men ain't ish, since BLK men ain't protectors, he should have stayed in that truck and drove away. Maybe then you females, maybe you females will learn a lesson. Anyways, Mika, welcome.
My fiance's black.
Okay.
Hi, host. I've been on your panel a couple of times, and I'm not here to argue or debate.
Go on.
I'm not on here to argue or debate. I just gotta say this, respectfully, with the utmost respect.
Oh goodness me, I don't know what's coming.
I get that you want women to do better. I get that, and I agree. But I think there's a way to go about doing that. You know, if we get up here and we say, "Oh, baby mamas ain't ish," you guys are all Fefails, whatever terminology you want to use. I mean, is that really accomplishing anything? I think that's hurting women even more. And I mean, if we're honest, we go through enough. So why are we trying to break each other down even farther? I mean, I'm saying this respectfully. I'm not on here to argue. I'm not on here to criticize. I'm not on here to do any of that. All I'm saying is, as another woman, instead of bashing another woman, why not try to lift them up? Why not try to help them be better if you say you want them to be better? Why not give encouraging words instead of downplaying them and disgracing them?
I could tell you why. Hold on, let me tell you why, Mika. Because if Harriet Tubman couldn't do it, if Malcolm X couldn't do it, if Martin Luther King couldn't do it, if Shazad Ali, who's still alive today, couldn't do it, then who am I? I mean,
But how do you know what they did? How do you
And
know what
exactly.
person they turned around?
No, because look at
How do you
Exactly. Who
know
hold
are
they could
on,
have
you?
turned
hold on,
somebody
hold
around
on. No,
yesterday?
because look at the BLK community. Nothing has changed. It's gone worse. What
No,
are you
that's
talking
not an
about?
excuse.
No,
That has nothing to do with.
no. Listen, if you want me to change how I speak, then you need to go somewhere else because that's never happening. Okay? I'm not your teacher. I'm not your mentor. I'm not your coach.
And I
I'm
didn't
not
ask you
your.
to be. Since you
Hold
want to be
on. I'm not being
disrespectful,
disrespectful. You see, you don't like my response. No,
I came at you politely. I came at you politely.
I know. I'm just
But you want to
responding.
tell me that I'm not your teacher?
I'm just responding to
That's
what you are.
disrespectful. That's very
That's not this. You
disrespectful.
see,
I
no,
never
I
disrespected
didn't
you
disrespect you. I
once.
didn't even call you a
I never
female.
disrespected you once.
I did
I came at
disrespect
you
you.
as an adult,
Yeah, so
as a
listen to my
grown up.
response then. This is what I don't understand, right? Is you ask me questions. And that's why I say a lot of Fefails like to censor people. I don't do that. I don't censor people. I let you speak how you want to speak. As long as we can be able to progress, that is fine. As long as we can be able to at least dismantle whatever the conversation or debate is about, that's fine. But don't get emotional because you don't like my response.
No, I'm getting emotional because you disrespected me.
No one disrespected
That's why I'm
you.
getting emotional.
I was
You
speaking.
did.
I wasn't
Telling me I'm
speaking
not your
about.
teacher.
I wasn't speaking about
That
you
was very
personally.
disrespectful.
I
That
wasn't
was very
speaking about you
disrespectful.
personally.
And you and I had words before.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible, man. Like, honestly,
I did not come up here for that. You and I
Women,
had
can I
words
ask
before.
Mika a
I didn't
question?
come up here for
it's
that.
definitely giving too old to use social media because I'm not even speaking about you personally.
And your mama's too old too.
Because why don't you understand what I'm saying? I don't get it. What do you understand? I wasn't talking about you personally. I was speaking generally that I'm not BOK Fefails teacher, mother, or coach. Not you personally.
Can I ask Mika a question?
Go ahead.
Mika, you said uplifting, right? How do you uplift someone that doesn't want to be uplifted?
When you have a person, and even men sometimes, but when you have a person who has not been uplifted, you can be an example and show them the love that they so desperately need. But
And you
when they
never know how they gonna
consistently,
take it.
but when they're consistently hearing you ain't ish and you know you're nothing and you'll never be nothing and you're a nobody and you're a female, what are they gonna think about themselves? Because it has been embedded in them. That's what I'm saying. You
Can I
know,
ask?
I don't like when I hear women bashing other women, especially black women.
Mika, can I ask you
Especially
another
black women.
Say
question?
be okay, please.
Mika, can I ask you one more question? Is it fair to say the job to be uplifted should come from the parents before it becomes from anyone else?
And that does not happen all the time, unfortunately. You have dysfunctional parents. You do. You do. But just because you come from dysfunction doesn't have to mean you continue dysfunction. I mean, you know, if there is one person that you can come across that has an encouraging word to you to say, that can be more than enough. But when you have people consistently disgracing you and you come from that dysfunction, come on, the cycle's going to continue. But then you want to get up here and talk about, oh, they're nothing but baby mamas, they're
Okay,
nothing but 3 or 4s,
this
they're
is
nothing
not
but females.
progressive.
That's why the cycle has continued.
I need us to get
because
back to
people
the
consistently
topic.
putting that in their ear.
Okay, Mika, you filed your complaint. Okay, moving on now. Can we get back to the prompt?
I'll get back
Very
to it.
funny.
I'll
So
get
you're
back
being
to it. I
I'm
want
not
to
disrespectful
say
being
again.
disrespectful.
You're being disrespectful
Hold on,
again.
I'm not. You
You're
filed
being
your complaint.
disrespectful
You've
again.
complained.
And
You've
you're trying
made
to
your
be
complaint.
condescending.
I'm not being
You're
condescending.
trying to be condescending.
Hold on. Listen,
You're
I'm
trying to be
being honest.
condescending.
Mika,
No, you're trying to be condescending.
Mika, the prompt is about modern women and the next generation. You're here telling me about what you don't like about how I speak and what I do. I'm over it. Nothing's going to change.
It's not just you.
Nothing is going to change.
You're not the only one I've
Mika,
been
let me
listening to
ask you
that's
one
had
more
negative
question.
stuff to
The
say.
only thing we can do now is move on.
But you're not going to consistently disrespect me. That's the point.
ahead,
You're trying to be
Josh.
You're just
condescending.
very emotional.
I'm over it. That's condescending as hell.
Mika.
This is why the young generation are mocking these older Fefails. Because what's going on?
Mika, I want to add that leads me to my next question. Over time, Remnant has told you, I'm not disrespecting you. You're still taking it personal. So
And
let's
she
just use.
is. I
Hold
don't
up,
care
hold
what
up,
she
hold up,
says.
hold
After
up.
I know
Classy is
So if
disrespect
we
when I
Kanar.
hear
use.
it.
So, I'm sorry.
No
I'm sorry.
disrespect when
I
I
was
hear
gonna
it. No
say,
one's dumb. No one's slow.
what I'm saying is your response is the way a person is trying to uplift a person that doesn't want to be uplifted. They get all irate. They go crazy when they
I'm
say,
not
"I'm
irate. I'm
just
not
trying
irate
to
at all.
help
I'm
you."
just not going to
Well, I'm
stand for
just listening
disrespect.
to
I'm
how
not
you're
even
coming at
mad.
Remnant.
I think it's quite
I'm
funny, to
just
be
listening to
honest.
how you're going
I
at
think it's
Remnant, and
quite
Remnant
funny
has
because
profusely
women
said,
like this are
"You're
the
you're
reason why
you're
other women
talking
are
over
hurting.
me." Madam, you're talking over me, and I'm
I
just
don't
trying to
care.
explain to.
I don't
So, how
care
do you uplift somebody if they have that same
because
attitude
you're
that you
talking
have?
over me.
And that's why you can't uplift
You're talking
nobody.
over me.
You're proving the point. You're proving
Can
Mika,
I
Remnant's
he
just say
was
point.
okay.
something right
No,
here,
no, no,
Classy?
no,
Can
no,
I
no.
can I respond to
Wait.
Classy?
Kanar wanted to speak, okay? And Mika, Classy actually asked if he could speak. That's why he's speaking. He didn't actually talk over you. He was just trying to ask you a question. You're just triggered. Go ahead, Kanar, and then Sin, you can go after.
Never that. Never that.
Okay, right. We believe you.
I really don't care if you do or not, to be honest.
Okay, good for you. Go ahead,
Since you want
Kanar.
to be condescending, I will
Okay, yeah,
too.
I will be condescending as much as I want. Get over it. Go ahead, Kanar.
Mm-hmm. So I did want to go to the point of the generation being better. Why shouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Isn't that what we hope for? I believe the children are our future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. That was what's so
Someone
funny?
else being condescending.
Mika,
What's the problem?
I don't understand, right? You see, if this was Bia, I would expect this. But you are a grown grandma acting like this. Let
I am
Kanar
not a
speak.
grown grandma. I have no children. If you
Yeah,
want,
no. You're old enough to be a grandma. That's the point.
no, I am not.
Yeah, yes, you are old enough to be all of our
No, I'm
grandmas.
not.
All right, so
No,
please
I'm not.
act your age.
No, I'm not. And you need to
Act
stop
your
being.
age
Since
and
you want to be a disrespectful
let
bitch.
people finish. Okay.
Since you want to be a
Let
disrespectful
people
bitch.
finish. Look, grandma's
How do you
crashing out.
uplift
Since you want to
that?
be a disrespectful bitch.
Grandma's crashing out. Look at that, huh? How do we expect
How do
the
you
young
uplift
generation to
that?
change?
Yeah.
This is
Your
why. But I can have a little bit more
Your mother.
patience. I can have more with someone like Bia because she's and a little bit dumb.
Yeah.
But you're a grown auntie. Like, what's going
Girl,
on?
smarter than you.
You are
Because
a
you want to be.
grown grandma crashing out online.
Because you want to be.
What? You're too old to be doing this
This is
online.
insane.
I don't
You
care
are too
about.
old to be doing this online.
You do not
are
disrespect
too
your
old.
elders. You don't
You
disrespect your
are
elders like
too
this.
I
old.
don't care.
You are too old. Have some decorum, huh?
I don't.
Did you not learn anything
I
from
don't.
your parents? We know you don't care. We knew you don't care. We know
I
that
don't.
you're for the streets.
I
We
feel like
know
this
that you
happens a
are a
lot.
grandma. We know
Tell your
that
Okay,
mama.
you
y'all both
offer
Tell your
sound
mama.
crazy. You
nothing.
ever thought about that? Y'all both
Yeah,
sound
for real.
crazy.
I feel like this happens a lot.
I don't
Cause it's
understand. We
how she
try to
hosts her live. This
no,
is
no.
her. This is her
She
personality.
gets triggered.
No, I
Kanar was
mean,
No, I
period.
don't.
speaking.
No, I
When
don't. I
Kanar
people
was
are
came up
poking
here.
at you,
speaking.
poking
No,
at you,
Kanar
poking
was
at you,
speaking.
You
and
can't
then when
uplift
you
that.
act up,
Kanar was speaking.
that
I
Just
came
let
up
her
here trying to be just
finish.
as gentle as
Just
I could.
let Kanar finish. She was
I
speaking.
came up here trying to be as gentle as I
I don't
could.
want your gentleness. I want to speak about the prompt. I don't
And you
care
wanted to
about that. I don't care about you being gentle.
So now you're
I
getting
don't
disrespected, bitch.
care. Nobody cares. Move
So now you're
on.
getting
Yeah,
disrespected
I've
back,
been
bitch.
disrespectful. What, did you figure that out? I've been
I know.
disrespectful.
Hoes,
I am
you sound
I know
crazy.
you are,
disrespectful.
bitch.
Get over it. Okay?
I know.
Welcome to my life. It never was a safe space. It was a space for you Fefails, huh? Wake
I
up
know.
and smell the coffee.
I know.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
I
I
know.
never was your safe space, never will be.
Hoes, stop going back and forth. You sound crazy.
I know you are.
This because my panelists are always full of crazy Fefails, that's why.
But did you ever think you might be
And so,
included with them?
Pardon?
and so,
You're going back and forth.
Yeah,
You sound just as
happily, of
crazy.
and so,
course.
So how you say
and so
you're
is your
better?
mom.
You're not.
Because I like to match energy. It's just that simple.
Well,
No,
you shouldn't.
my
That makes you
life.
I will
emotional.
keep
No,
doing
you
that.
did
My life.
It doesn't
Been emotional the whole
change
time.
anything.
You disrespected me.
I tried to
You're
progress the
trying to
Okay,
conversation.
wait,
condescending.
I
Mika,
You got
tried
what
to
you got.
progress the
About
You're
somebody
trying to
being
conversation.
Mika,
emotional.
I
condescend
please let
what
tried
you
her
to
got, what
Somebody
you got,
talk.
progress.
and I
emotional.
can
And this
continue
is
to
what
give
you
it to you.
get with these
Our
old
hosts
Mika,
are
With
aunties.
emotional.
my old ass, I can continue to give it to you.
We really off the prompt now.
I
Hey
know.
Mika,
Okay,
I'm
let's.
okay,
trying.
let
hey Mika,
With my
do you mind if I get my word in real quick for real though? Can I speak real quick? I'm
with
not
my
to
old
end
ass,
you. Do you
condescending.
mind if I speak real quick? So what I was saying is that we want the next generation to be better. This is not something new. This is something that should be happening. We want that. That is what should be. No parent, no one that's from the older generation sat there and did all of the things that they did, especially when we had to go through the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s with the civil rights movement and all of those things. That was not just done in mind for that generation of that time. That was paving the way. That was paving the way for the new generations that would come and make things better for you and for who else that wanted a better situation. Because we say, hey, I want change. So I'm going to be the change that I want to see. That's what our ancestors were about. They didn't get unalived and beat down and emasculated in the streets and hung from trees and dogs sicked on them and water hoses turned on them and houses burned down and nutrition not good and got injected with syphilis and all these things that they went through for a worse future for our babies. No, they wanted a great future, a brighter day for you. So yes, if you're doing good, go on with your bad self. We want to see you run that track field. Get
Yes,
out there,
ma'am.
Simone Biles. Get on out there, Miss Sharika, whatever her name is. Get it out there, get it done. We want to see that. That's what we hope for. However, there is and are people that is causing this to slow down due to unstable emotions, immaturity, arrested development, and unstable desires. Things that are happening that are not good for neither girl or boy right now. We're not producing. We're not getting married. None of these things are women, so-called women are unprotected, don't have husbands, right? Children can't read. I mean, this is the worst level of my people that I've ever seen, even when it comes to keeping your clothes on your body. I've never seen our women be so outlandish like this with their bodies. I've never seen this. I've never seen our young boys sagging pants like this in the streets. This is the worst that I've ever seen my people. Okay? This is the worst. And yes, I'm not happy about that. But that doesn't make me any less your sister. I still love you, but I don't love the behavior. And the behavior is a problem because we're stopping the progress. And right now, it's mostly our women. This is where the black fatigue comment is coming in from, or the black fatigue statement. Quote, black
girl, is
Be
she
okay,
gonna
fatigue, black
land?
please.
Is she
fatigue.
gonna
I
land?
ain't got to land nothing. You wait until I
Is she gonna
finish.
Hold
land?
on, just let.
No,
Come
I'm
on,
There's
not.
the
let's
disrespect.
see. There was no need for
This
that.
is
This
not
is
your
why we can't
panel.
progress. Kanar's gonna
I mean,
This
all
speak.
is
the
not
other
your
people
panel.
on here,
Hold
she been
on,
talking for
Kanar.
10
This is not
Let
your
Women
panel.
Kanar's going
because
to
of women
speak,
like
Have
and then
you.
it's Sin.
self-control.
Hold on, Kanar, then Sin, and then you can go after Bia.
No, you don't. So like I said, and thank
land.
you for putting me
Bia,
up in the air because you didn't put the land planes, you put the takeoff plane. So I'm gonna keep taking off. So like I was saying,
You
thank
do
you
Crash
for
your
that,
plane
takeoff
queen.
into the
plane. She didn't
ocean.
put the landing
she
plane. She put the
You
didn't.
do
takeoff
that,
plane.
queen.
That is true.
So
That's not a
anyway,
landing plane.
don't
That's
call
a
me
taking
queen.
off
I don't
plane.
like to be called queen.
You
So
do
what
that,
I'm
queen.
saying is
I don't know. I don't know. This is what
all of
this.
the
I don't know why you're being disrespectful. I don't get this. She hasn't said
Cause
nothing
she's
to.
been talking
So what?
forever.
so
Doesn't mean you
what?
be disrespectful.
I'm
It's not
talking.
disrespect.
It
And so are
is.
It's
you.
being honest.
How is she
So like
being
I said,
I don't understand you, Fefails. This is incredible.
So, like I was saying,
This is why I
yes,
just
we
match
want to
energy.
see a better generation. Why I don't even understand why that's even on the table to act like that's something to be jealous about or to act as if that shouldn't be. That's not an insult. It's not an insult to say, well, our generation is better than yours. You should be.
It is.
And you should be.
We are.
So
This
you
is what I'm
can't.
trying to
So
tell you.
and you should be.
We
What
are.
part of that you're not understanding? You should be.
We are.
You should be.
Oh my
I just want
goodness.
to
We
know, how
are.
can a
You
What is
should
woman
be.
going
who
on?
And
We
you
so
is.
should be.
disgusting teach
And you
another young
should
lady
be. You
anything? That's what I
understand?
want to
And
know.
you should be. You should be
We
better. You
is.
should be better. You understand that? You should be better.
Girl, get out
Where
your.
is the insult? Where
You're
is the
so emotional.
insult? Where is the
Bia,
insult?
you're
There's
the
no
Where
one.
is the
insult.
Bia,
insult?
you're the one
Where
being
is the
emotional
insult?
because you won't let her
Where is the
finish.
She's
insult?
been talking.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
Listen,
forever.
where is
Kana
the
is always
insult?
gonna get special treatment in my life. Get over it, okay?
That's what I've been trying to
I
say.
want to
So
hear
right.
Kana
Because
speak.
you're a
That's not how
woman,
you
I'd
supposed
rather
to.
you
hear her
take
speak
up
than
for
any of
her.
you
That's some
females.
shady
Let her
stuff.
That's not how you
land.
Because
supposed to
you
host
agree.
a
No.
live.
I'm gonna host it the way I want to host it. Let her speak. I was gonna give everyone the floor just like her. Just let
No,
her
you
speak.
don't. You don't even let people talk.
But you won't let her land.
She has been talking for
It
2
doesn't
minutes.
matter.
And you should be better.
You're the one that
Girl, be
requested
quiet.
back up,
Just
Bia.
land.
And you should be better. Now, go to bed.
You didn't eat at all.
She did.
Yeah, she
Okay, Queen. Ain't nobody
Oh, I
asked
literally,
you.
She did.
I ate
How about
literally.
that?
Bia, you're
Okay,
very.
Queen.
This is what I'm saying. Very emotional. The first part is right. If you actually wanted to interject, you could have actually said something a little bit more intelligent. Maybe you could have combated her point.
You stay muting. I could.
Maybe no. The first thing you said is let her land. This is what I'm saying. You're so emotional. Go ahead, Kana.
So that's all I'm saying. We want to see. This is what our ancestors put their lives on the line for, but not for all of this. Not for all of this disobedience and rebellion. This is not what that was about. The disrespect. You know what happened to youngins in the ancient day when they would disrespect elders? They got stoned. Maybe we should go back to that day. Yeah, maybe we should start pulling out stones or something that you could be disciplined with. Maybe we need to bring back the Scare Straight series where these kids got taken into the prison hall so they could see how rough it was, because you're going to end up there. There's only two places that people like this can end up: jail or in prison or in the grave. That's just it. And our girls are on their way, marching right behind these certain types of behaviors. That's what is going to happen. I'm afraid for my own son. My son ain't done none of the stuff that these women complain about. But he's already got a mark on him. Already. He's already doing bad. He already got kids that he didn't leave. He already got girlfriends he didn't cheat on. You understand where I'm coming from? This is a problem. We can't never, you're talking about talk to each other. We can't even have a conversation. Young, old, it doesn't even matter. It's all disrespectful. So I don't know who raised any of us, y'all, but I know how I was raised. I was raised to respect my elders. I was raised to respect somebody younger than me. I was raised to respect everybody who crossed my path. Not to be disrespectful, not to be disregarding them, but to see them for who they are. But I ain't your enemy. Ain't nobody here your enemy. But you know what the enemy is?
Go ahead, Classy.
No, I was listening. I don't know what happened. I haven't touched or did anything. I was just trying to listen to
It's just time. I gave her the floor, so it's like a timer. So everyone gets to speak without anyone interrupting. Unless it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, Kana said everything I was thinking, like, yes, of course we want the younger generation to get better, but how do you get better if you can't even take correction? And this whole thing about being, I'm strong and independent. No, you're just an adult. There's been independent people way before our time. You're just an adult. But if you don't have nobody to even pay attention to or take any criticism from, not harsh criticism, but constructive criticism, how are you going to get through in life? You're talking about, you just mad. No, we want you to do better. That's the reason why we have these conversations. Yes, we want to throw some shame at you because we want to let you know, okay, if you do this, here come the consequences. It may not be now. It may not be a month from now, a year from now, but it's going to happen. Be careful. That's all we're trying to say. But it's, no, forget this, forget that. But I'm going to tell you what it is. We have a generation of younger men and younger women. Heck, we even have older people. You can't tell them anything. So you cannot uplift that doesn't want to listen. All you can do is just let them keep going on their own life. Because time will tell. If they don't check themselves, time will tell. And I land my plane.
Facts on. Want to give a big shout out to Team Peterson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And before I go to the next person, I want to give a big shout out to my super chat. Deep Thoughts, thank you, $2. She's seeing red. That's why they're so violent. Facts on facts. They have no self-control. But go ahead, Boy Wonder.
See, this is the thing. These Fefails, they don't like accountability. And they want the rest of us wholesome BLK people who are getting it right, doing the right thing, and actually stand for a right way of life. They want us to just shut up and disappear and let them continue their degeneracy parade. Don't nobody care about a Fefail's feelings. Don't nobody care how to talk to these Fefails. Don't nobody care about degenerates. I'm going to call them out and I'm going to shame them. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to hold you to a standard because you are the cum buckets of society. You are the goddamn problem. You are the sickness. You are the poverty. You are the shame of BLK people. And we need to point you out. We need to let the world know you are the filth and disgust. You go up on the goddamn stage like you do in the clubs of Miami, Atlanta, and New York to show your backside. And you want to cry about racism and the white T-man and all of these things that apparently oppress you. I didn't see a oppressed BLK Fefail on that damn stage shaking her nash. All now, I still ain't seen where her daddy at, where her father at. So it's looking like she come from a single mama. That's what it's looking like. You goddamn degenerates, bun you.
Man, he's mad. Y'all, somebody needs to check him in with the slippery socks. I don't know who hurt him or where they hurt him at, but that man didn't cook nothing.
Are you going to really waste
angry.
your time attacking someone instead of making your points?
Let me finish. Can I finish?
This is ridiculous.
Can I finish? Dang, you are literally taking up my time.
I can.
Look, I don't even want to be on this panel. Really? Fuck out of here.
You see how she biased as fuck? Girl, you gotta learn how to host a laugh.
No swearing.
This ain't cute. No. Oh, no swearing, but he just said, see you in bucket. Yeah, you need to get your facts straight, bitch. I don't understand you. And Black Boy, I don't even understand how you can talk. Like, you're a single baby daddy who either girlfriend or wife broke up with you because she couldn't deal with you anymore. You're mad because you cannot control her life. You cannot force her to stay with you. And your kid's probably going to grow up messed up because you got to live with a divided mom and dad, and you're the dad. Where's the other girl? Where's she at? What's her name? What's her name?
And you are going to use the time as well to insult people?
Oh, yeah, I'm using that, for this. Oh. Yeah, Channa, baby girl, I don't know. You peaked in high school. You're trying to talk about everybody Fefails and how we were 304s, but that's literally your life. I don't understand how you could talk down on a younger community that is not doing that. We're going to college. We're building success. We're not, DICK-matized. We not pick-me's. We're not really thinking about men right now. We're thinking about our future, having a pot to piss in. And then eventually, when we get to the regular age where you're supposed to have a baby instead of 15 for you, that's when we will build wealth and a foundation, have a better future for our generation. That's what we're doing right now. We're succeeding, and where you're lacking, your generation has y'all effed us over. And we're still trying to build all the buildings back up from what y'all broke down and messed up from y'all generation. It was the generation before y'all generation that was doing everything like suffering and learning more so we can be brought up, or at least the Black community. You're the generation that ruined everything, not us. We're doing better. We're succeeding. I land my plane.
And go ahead, Mika. Mika, are you there? You can unmute. But yeah, it's just shocking how the Fefails only could be able to insult rather than actually give a logical.
Can I have my time back? Because you're interrupting my time.
But you wasn't speaking. What are you talking about?
You're interrupting my time.
Oh, I finally caught up. Go ahead.
So, coming from an old lady who doesn't even have any children, but who's been called a grandma, young ladies, let me say this to you: keep doing your thing. Keep growing, keep going. Don't let these little Neanderthal, perverted, psychotic men like the one on the panel bring you down. When you see a man like him, run by all means. He is no good. He means you no good and will never be any good. So run for men like him. And it is disgraceful how these women back these Neanderthals like him, how they support these Neanderthals like him, how they love these Neanderthals like him, but they're so indulged in sucking their yits that they want to continuously suck their yits. So let them suck these Neanderthal yits. Get you a real man, a legitimate man who will decently and professionally and authentically love you. And leave these sick, psychotic Neanderthals like the one on this panel alone, because he is nothing but a disgrace, not only to the Black community, but to a man in general. He is sickening and disgusting.
Okay. Oh my goodness me. None of that.
I appreciate you giving us that time to talk, though. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, it was getting a bit. I was trying to do that before, but
I don't care. You're mad because you like him. You're mad.
We know you don't care.
This is insane.
Get over it.
Crazy.
Get over it, Blackie. Get over it.
Hey, so let me get back.
Blackie.
Hey,
get over it. You're mad. You're mad.
Okay, all right, Mika. Let's listen to someone that actually has something to say.
You're mad because you're nobody.
Okay, Mika. All right. All right then. Cool.
You're mad.
Okay then. All right. Let Kanar speak, because this is going nowhere.
Yeah, because you're taking up for everybody that you agree with. Of course, it's not going anywhere.
I've let everyone speak.
Don't want to hear anything that you don't agree with.
Speak.
So it'll never go anywhere.
You already spoke.
You
and you're
have
still going
panel,
on.
but you're not allowing. You're not being fair. You're being biased, and you're taking up for your little
biased,
clique.
But I have let you speak.
You're taking up for your little clique, or your little Neanderthals that give you.
We've let you speak, and you're just running. You're just running your mouth. You're taking up
your little clique and your little Neanderthals that support you.
When are you going to finish?
What you're doing.
Okay. Are you done?
It's okay. Hyenas always support each other too. So let somebody support us for a change. Anyway, what I wanted to say.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the panel.
You're talking to me.
I'm not talking to you. Okay, so when you got people that come from the messy side of TikTok, this is what you get.
And I'm not from the messy side. You don't even know who I am.
So what I'm saying is modern women will be the destruction.
No swearing.
Yeah, she ain't gonna stop that. Modern women will be the destruction of the next generation. Prove me wrong. Well,
I already did multiple.
We can't prove you wrong, Remnant. Unfortunately, we can't. We've been trying to prove this wrong for a long time here on TikTok.
Are you married?
It's not gonna happen.
Are you married?
So, can you be quiet while I'm speaking?
PA.
Thank you.
Do you have a husband?
And so, anytime we have these types of conversations, we do have a
I feel
window
sorry
of
for
hope.
him.
Yeah, me too. Feel sorry for you too.
See,
and so
this is what I don't understand. I don't understand where this disrespectful Kanar is coming from. Everyone had a timer, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but everyone.
No, you're fine.
Everyone had a timer. Boy Wonder spoke, Bia spoke, Mika spoke, Classy spoke. Classy and Kana and Boy Wonder.
And you interrupted the 5 times.
Hold on. Mika, no one interrupted you. You wasn't speaking for like a good...
You did interrupt me.
No,
I was
didn't.
talking.
You wasn't speaking in the beginning.
Because you're biased.
You wasn't speaking in the beginning. You said nothing. What I was asking, hold on. The last Sin who came on, right? Boy Wonder, Kana, and Classy didn't insult anyone on their timer, okay? You're
lying.
No, they didn't. They didn't say nothing about you guys.
That's a bold-faced lie.
They did not say anything. No, they didn't.
May I defend myself? What did I say that was wrong?
Every woman.
Hold on. No,
Can
he
you
didn't.
tell me exactly what I
Especially
did?
Black Boy. Just say Black Boy didn't do that. You're lying.
No. Boy Wonder didn't say nothing about Bia. Boy Wonder didn't say nothing about Mika.
He disgraced all women.
Yeah, it's an opposing argument. It's an argument. This is why I'm saying you're being emotional. You're being emotional.
All women.
You're being emotional. It is
though.
emotional because listen, it's not about being observational. Listen, there are people here who disagree. You disagree with me, I disagree with you. Just because you make a statement,
you're biased. That's why you always
hold on. Just because you make a statement that I don't like,
agree with you.
Mika. Okay, you can't even get your words right. All right, I'm not being funny, but please, all right.
Black can talk all day, and you can.
Oh my goodness me!
Black is a moderator.
Mika, let me ask you a question. When
Is
I
the
asked
biggest
you
bird
those questions earlier, what did I say about you personally?
Okay, you keep doing that, Queen.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Nobody said anything personally about them.
Why are you lying? You don't have to lie for them.
On the timeline, what did they say? Hold on, that's a good question, Classy. What did they say?
I asked the question, what did I say about
I'm gonna give you
personally?
Fefails, CUM buckets, 3 or 4.
I never said any of that
you can say
during our conversation.
Again.
You did.
I wasn't really listening to what you were saying because it was nonsense. But it was disgusting.
But did they say that?
It was nasty stuff.
Hold on, Bia. Did they say that about you, though?
Yeah, BLK boy, he said my name.
We're
he
women.
Said
So yes,
he said Bia. He said Bia.
Boy Wonder didn't say Bia.
He said Bia. You probably didn't hear him say Bia.
I was listening. Nobody made it personal.
I don't think he was listening.
This is what our ancestors died for.
Yes.
You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie for them just because you agree with them.
No, like I said,
we can bring honesty. You don't have to lie.
It's incredible.
I know. You need to go get that burger. Go find you one. Anyway, like I was saying before, I was really interrupted.
Hold up.
She gonna take up her little cruise.
Yes, I'm gonna take up. Yes, Mika. I'm gonna take up for Kana every single time. Over you females. Get over it. Yes, I am.
It's funny saying you support other women. I thought you hated women.
I'm gonna support women, not females.
I thought you hated women.
You're not women, not females.
Oh my gosh.
What women?
You're not a woman.
What women?
Well, Mika, let me before the question I wanted to ask.
None of them are women.
He's about some women, and you ain't no woman.
And then she requests back up. I don't get it.
They want to be up here because they want to cause problems. Go ahead, whoever's going to talk.
May I speak?
I'll go after y'all done, so I can finish what I was saying.
Let me. Mika did actually take shots at me and.
I'm gonna come right back. I gotta swap out and swap in and swap out.
Yeah. All right, then go ahead, Kana. I mean, go ahead, Classy. Sorry. So much happened. Oh my God.
When Mika made her closing statement, she did bring me in the mix. Let me make one thing clear about me, because I'm not afraid to talk about me. I have a college degree from University of Oklahoma. I'm part of the 54%. Never gotten a black woman pregnant. Never went to any court abusing any black woman. So I'm going to make that clear right now. You have this woman that is above age acting like this younger woman. Do you see what's going on in our communities? How do you blame 54% of black men who don't have kids out of wedlock?
He's not going to end up with a woman. He's going to end up with a man.
I don't know why.
My profession,
you won't.
Listen, Bia, you're for the streets, okay? And I know your parents regret having you for a fact. For a fact. They
She over
regret
there
having
mad in
you.
her mama's bedroom.
Because you
So
are
that's
one
what I'm saying.
disgusting human being. For someone, sorry, Classy, for someone that young as well,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't getting nowhere in life at all. No, there's nowhere in life that you're gonna truly succeed with that type of attitude. There's no way. You are finished.
Can,
That's why I don't help
can I
these
just
Fefails. That's why I don't try and
can I
help
just
you,
say something?
coach you, or give you any type of advice, because I already know you're finished. Christ can't even save you. No one's
And
going to save you. Everyone's
and I'm
everyone's sitting back and
no.
watching you destroy yourself with popcorn. Because that's what I'm doing. That's what they don't like about
But the
me.
thing about it,
They
Christ
think
didn't save no. Christ didn't save nobody that didn't say they don't want to say themselves. See, that's the thing.
facts. So this is
You
what these
know, I
females
want to
don't
say
like.
this.
They want people to coddle
Hold
them,
on, Black.
to
Let me get
help
my
them.
finish out because I haven't finished yet.
All right, Miss Kana.
I just want to.
Oh,
It
y'all go
was
ahead. I'm sorry.
classy.
I'm
Classy
listening.
was speaking, but that FIFA was so disrespectful,
Oh,
and
well, I
and
was
I
talking
had
and
to
I
just
got cut
drop her.
off because Mika, she cut in on me. So I've been cut off from Mika. You still talking from Mika.
No. It's no problem. Y'all go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, he
No,
can
go
go
ahead,
ahead. I just
Classy.
wanted to,
I
because
did interrupt you, but I just want everyone to know that females like Bia are forever for the streets, and every man that claps her cheeks
forever.
knows that. Go ahead, Classy.
And and I was gonna say, those type of women that you see right there, for black men that are doing better, they'll call them sassy because they don't want to deal with them.
Oh, yeah, of course they will. It's always them. Always somebody outside of themselves. That's the reason for why they are the way they are. But that's pretty much, you have it. That's what I was saying earlier, before I was rudely interrupted. Um, you got your proof, no one has been able to prove you wrong that this next generation, with all the education and with all of the money and whatever else they think that they have, is doomed. Because, see, you can't get everywhere you want to get. Oprah Winfrey can't even get everywhere where she wants to with her money. You understand? Bill Cosby couldn't get everywhere he wanted to with his money. So, see, it ain't about money all the time. Your attitude determines your altitude. And when you don't have an attitude of greatness, you don't have an attitude that comes with cooperation, when you don't have an attitude where you can be kind to others, you're not going anywhere. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. Everything that people say, there was a lot of things up here that I will call a curse, but it's like it's something that put on people. They've all tried to say negative things about people on this panel today. See, all that stuff will be returned back to the sender today. Cause ain't none of that landed in my house. You see what I mean? And all of those things that was said today about any person on this panel is all gonna fall to the ground. But you will have to suffer the consequences, because they have shown that they don't even have the wherewithal and the behavior to do what it takes to get the respect. You want to know why Remnant lets me say what I want to say with respect? Is because I earned it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't pay for it. I didn't beg for it. She gave it to me. I didn't ask her to. My performance, my behavior, and my attitude and my wisdom got me those papers. You understand that? So, see, when you're able to do that, then come holler at somebody. But until then, you should be a student. Grab a notebook and a pen and start writing and taking some notes. Because I'm telling you, you on your way to destruction. And I got all of y'all's profiles. And I'm going to keep checking, because I want to see if it's going to be any progress from this day forward. And I don't think I have any faith in that, although I do have hope.
I would
Can I
love
want to
I would
add on?
love for an
Hold up,
update as well.
Oh,
hold
I'm
up.
sorry, Black
I
Black.
want to say something. Hold up. Let me say what I got to say. Hold up. These Fefails, these cum buckets, they got triggered because we are letting y'all know we don't support y'all degeneracy. We don't care how triggered you get. All of those pew-pews that you're taking, strays hitting nobody. But guess what? The data.
Them. That's why a lot of them will never even be mothers. Thank God. thank God there is a portion of BOK females by 2030 who will never be mothers. I am glad. That sounds insane to say, but I'm glad that none of you females are going to be able to reproduce and breed this exact same degeneracy. The only women that should be able to have children are traditional married women. The only women that should even be having children is traditional married women, not you Fefails.
Not even have the husbands, because the husband, when I saw those guys coming out when they were talking about the quarter zips and they were changing from the little, suits and stuff into their quarter zips, all the women did was come and tear it down. They was all they rained on them young boys parade. It was such a sad thing to see because they could not come up with something that was better. They couldn't come up with something that was constructive. They couldn't come up with something that had substance because they all empty. And while they got a lot of words and a lot of information, and I'm not saying they're not smart. I believe Bia is a smart young lady. I believe she really is. But the problem is they don't have no substance.
Wow.
They don't have no wisdom. So you got a lot of intelligent young women out here, but you don't have no substance. You don't have no wisdom.
Thank you for saying
that's what
that.
you're gonna
At least
need.
you believe.
Oh,
Thank
I don't.
you.
There's
Yes, ma'am.
absolute no
At least-
intelligence. You have to be born with that. That she's not intelligent. I'm sorry. That's the
What
one thing
the heck?
I agree. That's the one thing I disagree with Kanar. That female has no intelligence whatsoever. No intelligence, right? Intelligence is being able to oppose your arguments.
I understand.
Without being so
but see,
emotional.
you gotta understand something though. Because she's up here acting and trolling. So I'm not gonna say that she's not intelligent. I'll give her that.
No, there's no
the
intelligence.
issue is
Trolling to me is not a form of intelligence. It's not. It's not. I mean,
I understand that. I didn't say it was. I didn't say I'm not.
The bar is too low. I'm sorry. The bar is too low.
I understand.
It is too low to call her intelligent. That is not intelligence.
I understand.
Honestly,
you don't agree with what she said.
Honestly,
she's dumb.
No, it's how she says it. It's what she says, how she says it. I've spoken to a lot.
What about how you say things?
I've spoken to a lot.
If you're gonna be fair, let's be fair.
I've spoken to
what
a
about
lot
how
of young.
You say things?
I've spoken to a lot. I'm speaking to Kanar. I'm not speaking to you, Mika. I'm speaking to Kanar. I've spoken to quite a few young women on this panel, and to be honest with you, 8 out of 10 times they disagree with me. But I'll be honest with you, Bia is the worst. She is the worst.
I know.
I know. That's not intelligence. This is why I say in the BLK community, we are so used to degeneracy.
Wow.
We're so used to degeneracy that we actually have low standards for intelligence as well. That's not an intelligent young woman.
Cause that poor girl.
That is a chaotic young woman. That is a ratchet young woman. That is a ghetto hood rat young woman. That's not intelligent. And honestly, I just honestly believe that we need to use that word to describe real intelligence. I don't think it's fair for young women who, even the ones that disagree, do their best to have an open dialogue, who do their best to understand and learn, who do their best to be able to oppose their arguments. They may not be as articulate sometimes. They may not even know a lot of things sometimes, but they understand, you know what? I disagree, and I'm going to be able to have a functional conversation. I think calling Bia intelligent is actually an insult for those that actually do try. Even the ones that
I'm not saying that. But let me clarify. Hold on. Wait,
the ones.
Let me clarify.
Wait, please. Even the ones that disagree, like outright disagree. I've seen more intelligence from so many other Fefails. So many other females.
Right. Let Kanar clarify what she's saying though, because she's trying to clarify.
I'm just trying to clarify. I'm not merely saying that she is. What I'm saying is because she's up here trolling Okay.
But how
She's
do
up
you know?
here.
Can I hold on? How do you know she's trolling? How do you know she doesn't really?
Oh
Oh,
my
because
God,
you wasn't
Mika,
here the whole
please,
time.
please, Mika.
We've been here
We're tired of
the whole
you.
time.
Stop that. Let her can I speak.
What I'm trying to say is, I understand she's not acting intelligent. Okay, I understand that, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have intelligence. That doesn't mean that,
Oh, it
because
does.
you
No,
can act a what
I disagree with that. Like
we
intelligence is
we have to look
genetic.
up the word.
Listen, not
Okay,
everyone is
that's
born.
right.
Not everyone
That's
is
right,
born
and that's
intelligent.
Let Kanal
understand.
land though,
What
Rem.
I'm saying is intelligence, and we all have it. God created us all. Well, let me stop because I know you. But we all have intelligence, remnant, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Now, I
Yeah, but you
understand
said
what you're saying.
intelligent. So then it doesn't make sense what you're
Well, it
saying.
doesn't matter because you have, yeah, intelligence is being intelligent. So I'm not gonna say that the person, just because they acting up, don't have, they know better.
But
They know
everyone,
better. They
but
just
then
choose not to do better. They have the intelligence to do better, but they don't want to do better. They choose what they're choosing. So I'm not gonna say that she is not intelligent or that she doesn't have intelligence. I believe that it is present within her, but she's not choosing
no,
to
I'm
be
sorry.
that.
She's not intelligent. Sorry.
Yeah,
No.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not gonna
Hold
lie,
on,
Kanal.
I'm
I
sorry. I
disagree with
hold
disagree
that.
on,
with
I
that.
Black.
think.
Nah.
Hold on,
Hold
Sorry.
on,
Mika.
Black. Let me ask you
Hold
No,
something.
on.
we don't want to
I
hear what you
think.
have to say, Mika. Okay, we're tired of
I
you.
think. Kanal, I think a part of intelligence is always doing the intelligent thing. It's not intelligent to choose something that is a lack of intelligence, because to do that, it's really disingenuous, and you're being disingenuous to make decisions that are counterproductive. You can't have intelligence and be counterproductive at the same time.
I'm saying it's still a choice.
Yeah, that's what she
Every
said.
every
Y'all
every
right.
hu- every human being has a will,
But
a
that's not
free will.
intelligent, though.
To
No,
I
no,
didn't
no,
say that.
Remini, she's
I
not
didn't
saying
say
that.
I didn't
Go ahead,
say that.
Kana.
I didn't. Go ahead, Classy. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm sorry to cut you
I
off.
don't want to. I don't want to say that you know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is people choose what they
Right.
want to use, what they want to be. Doesn't mean that it negates or voids or lack the quality or trait thereof. They just choose to cancel it out. They don't want to use it. It doesn't
But that
mean that
doesn't
it's
mean.
not
But it
present.
doesn't mean no. It's not present. No, it's
They're
not. I
intelligent enough to
disagree with
know.
you. No, I'm sorry. I disagree with you. That there's no intelligent present whatsoever. I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you. The reason why I'm
Okay, well
opposing
then let's
the reason
define the word intelligence then.
the
We
reason why
have to define that.
okay, intelligent is objective, describing the capacity to learn, understand, and apply knowledge to new or difficult situations. She did none of those things.
Okay, now
Capability, sound
still,
judgment, and ability to reason and logic to solve problems. She did none of it. And I just think like to call someone like that
no,
at
hold on,
such a
that's not
low,
true.
it's literally
She,
what is that's no, she didn't do
hold
that.
on.
No, do you know? It's
I'm not
like
saying that.
it
What I'm.
Can we let Remnant? Can we
Oh
let
my
Kanal
goodness.
land? Like,
I understand what you're saying, Remnant. I'm Remnant. I understand. See, I understand that your level of calling them the Fefails and there's no hope. I get that. I'm not there yet. Maybe that's what it
it still
is.
doesn't it doesn't
Okay.
still doesn't apply to
I'm not to the
intelligent
point.
though.
It anger it. Hold on. I understand that, but it does because she did at least give some facts or some data to support her claim. She did do that. That is logical. So she did do that, which shows me there is an implication that shows me that she has some ability or capacity to have intelligent conversation, but she chooses to be acting like a hyena.
That's
So
what I was hearing.
what I'm telling you is that just because a person is acting that way doesn't mean that the intelligence is absent. She chooses not to be. She chooses not to perform at the highest level that she can. That doesn't mean that it's not there. She chooses to be that way. Doesn't mean that it's absent. Somebody chooses to be, acting like, oh, well, I don't know nothing. I'm just gonna be silly, and I know I could be better than that, but I just want a little bit of attention. It doesn't mean that it negates or that it voids it out. It's still there. Because when she wants to be, I bet you when she go to a job that she really wants, and I bet you when they start asking her those questions, I bet you she won't be up in here talking about, you're talking too long. Why don't you land your plane? Why are you asking me these questions? What you mean? I know what I'm doing. She's not going to do that at an interview. She's going to straighten up, dress right, take that bonnet off her head, go in there and be an intelligent human being to get the job that she wants. She is definitely capable of being intelligent. That's my point.
Hold up, Classy. That's not exhibiting intelligence.
Thank you.
That's actually learned behavior. That's not actually intelligence. If
All of it is.
Say it again.
Good or bad.
No, man, no,
All of it is.
This is low stand. Like this, the way we're using the word intelligent.
Y'all are so bent on the black woman destroying the community. I get that part. That's not what I'm saying, though.
Listen, Kana, we understand what you're saying. But being intelligent, hold on. But being intelligent, it means thinking at a high level. Just because someone's not intelligent,
I understand
hold on. Just because someone's not intelligent doesn't mean they're finished, okay? Because not everyone is intelligent. That's a fact.
Now clarify what you mean. Hold on.
Hold on.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I said not everyone is intelligent. What do you mean you don't know what that means?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. You said something about that I don't remember now. You said something about them being intelligent and finishing and ending or something.
So what I mean I mean is this, right? Just because someone is not intelligent doesn't mean they are incapable of not being degenerate. Okay? Just because someone is not intelligent doesn't mean that
we're saying the same thing.
No, we're not. We're not. We're not doing. No, we're not. No, we're not. Because intelligence is thinking at a higher level than majority of people. For you to be intelligent means that you are capable of understanding things quicker than majority of people. That is literally intelligence. So to call Bia intelligent, that doesn't align with actually being intelligent. It doesn't at all. Yeah, she's able to.
Okay, I stand corrected.
She's able to be a functioning. She's able to be a functioning adult. I agree with that. She can be a functioning adult. She can be able to act nice and act this. But to call her intelligent, I mean, if that's intelligent, then who's a genius? What's a genius then?
I'm not saying it, but see, I'm not saying it from the aspect.
Differently. I see what y'all
I stand corrected. I don't need to go back. We good on that. Okay, I know what you're saying. But that's not what I'm saying. But I understand what you mean. We don't have to go back and forth with that.
I understand that
I stand corrected.
No, it's fine.
There are also different levels to intelligence.
And I understand you have hope. I understand that. I'm not arguing against that. But I think when we're using these words, we need to use it appropriately for who we're describing. Because if Bia, if Bia is intelligent, then what about the young woman who doesn't act like Bia? What about the young woman who actually has decorum, who actually has class? What is she, Einstein? I mean, like, we can't be.
But that's not what I was saying.
No, but wait, we can't be diluting these words to appease their egos. It needs to be used appropriately, because if that's intelligence, then people are listening to that and thinking, well, wow, Bia's intelligent. Then what does that mean for everybody else that actually does act right?
Right, but if they think that and not understanding the context of what I speak, then shame on them. Because that's not what I'm saying. I understand that her behavior definitely displayed a signs of unintelligent person. Okay, all I was saying is,
I agree with you and Remnant both. I get where you're trying.
I do too. I agree with her too, but my side
is not to some extent.
No. Listen to me both. The both of y'all, I agree with. Y'all saying it from two different angles. The only difference is the only little speck of disagreement that I have with Kana, a small, and you can correct me on this.
Right. No, you fine.
The young lady in the picture, she could be smart and intelligent. I think what's getting kind of intertwined is the behavioral part, because you can
I
have
called that
intelligence.
out.
No,
Right.
I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying I thinking it's getting mixed. Intelligence is getting mixed in with behavior. Because I'm saying is this woman's behavior is what's causing that could be her downfall. She could be intelligent all day, but it's her
But
behavior,
her
her
behavior,
decorum.
yeah, that's what I said.
No, I'm not saying. I know that what I'm saying is that I think the word intelligent is getting intertwined with behavior.
Right. Entertain with the bad behavior.
Right. That's why I say
Right.
both of y'all are
I
right.
understand that's where she's coming from, but exactly.
See, I
You
don't
got it. You
I
got
don't
it.
think
I
Bia
understand.
I don't think Bia is intelligent
But we
because
ain't got to
when I
keep talking about, because now we centering her. I just trying
No,
to
just
run
let
over that
people
and get through
respond.
it.
It's
you know what it
fine.
is.
Don't worry.
I just want to say this. Like
Okay.
when I made my statements about BLK Fefails, she took that personal. I never mentioned her
As
name.
she should.
I never mentioned anybody's name
As
because I
she
don't.
should.
Mika, listen,
Oh my
get
goodness
off the panel,
me.
man. You can't control it.
I'm
See, this
telling
is
you, you can't
unintelligent
be
behavior.
you
It's
can't be
unintelligent, and
productive.
they don't like it.
No
But
disagreement.
when I was
That's
talking
toxic
about
behavior.
No, that's
when I
exactly
was
what Bia
talk
was doing as well. Is acting just like
when I
that.
was when I was talking about the BLK community and the Fefails, she took that and she internalized it and personalized it, and she got triggered over data, statistics, and information, and my personal perspective on what I'm perceiving. I don't think that that's intelligent to internalize that and then attack somebody and say, "Oh, well, you're a baby daddy. You ain't this. You ain't that. You don't know nothing about my life." Right? And all of those slights that you've sent out to me, and I've sent her none, even still now. I don't find that intelligent behavior. I don't think trolling is intelligent behavior either. I think that if you have to troll, then you actually are exhibiting ignorance because you don't have the intelligence to actually succeed
Facts.
without doing that.
And I just want to backpedal off what Boy Wonder said, because that is the fine line with intelligence, is that you don't need to troll to prove your point. I've spoken to loads of females who disagree with me, and let me tell you something, a lot of them sometimes don't troll. I've spoken to a lot of females who never had to troll. Now, there's a fine line with that. Why do you have to troll? Why do you have to cut people off? Why do you feel the need to insult people? That's not intelligence. Because intelligence will allow you to act at a higher level, will allow you to speak at a higher level. Okay? If you're intelligent, you will actually enjoy to oppose someone's argument by testing your own intelligence. That is enjoyable. Like it was so hard for her to just be able to have a progressive conversation that there's no intelligence coming out of that, and I just find that I think Kanal's speaking from a very hopeful place, and I think that's beautiful. Let's be honest, we all want hope. You know, it's the BLK community. How I see it is, I think that I believe we need to separate ourselves and focus on people that actually are acting right. But the reality is, I understand that Kanal, you have hope. Not taking away the hope, I have little, maybe 1, 4, 2, 3%. But what Boy Wonder described, I think, was perfect, is that an intelligent person would have never done what Bia did. She would have never spoke the way she did. And or would have internalized it either. You know, a lot of people, you don't even need to be intelligent to do that. You can just be smart. Even smart people don't internalize information the same way. Even smart people, they're quick, they're witty. That's smart. So imagine if you're intelligent. Smart just means you're quick, you're witty, you're able to respond quickly without being too emotional. That's just smart. So intelligent is a different level. And I just think that Bia did not match any of those levels. And I think we need to have higher standards for what intelligence looks like for the young generation.
Kana, you back on? Kana. I wanted to ask her. I was going to give Kana some examples. You know how you hear, especially this is when I was telling women, like, your intelligence, your degrees, everything that you got doesn't make you a good person. It's like when you hear a woman says, "Oh, I got a master's, I got a degree, I got this and this." We're kind of like, that's great, but we want to know about you. But that should be explaining who I am. How do I take something out? How do I take something like that out on a date or get to know a person? Because I'm trying to figure out if she's kind to people, is she kind to me? Is she a great person to be around? All I know is that she's got degrees. She's got a house. She has a home. There's nothing wrong with that. And I always tell people, what you make and what you have doesn't mean you're going to have a great relationship with people or men or women. I always tell people this all the time. The people, even when you watch these YouTube shows, when you see a lot of women say these things, even if they get the man that they want that's on their level, they're going to treat him the same way. Their behaviors is the reason why men on their level don't want to be with them as well. They can have all the intelligence in the world, but it's their behavior. I digress.
Right. I come from the generation that says you were taught better than that. Now, I don't know how everybody was taught. You could tell, but I come from the generation that says you know better than that. You know that behavior is not how you should be acting. Straighten yourself up and fly right. You know better. See, I come from that generation because, see, I believe that intelligence also serves a spot in everyone's human life that says that you should be doing better than this. You know good and well you wasn't taught like that. You know better. You have enough intelligence to know that what you're doing is not intelligent. You have that intelligence. That's the only thing that I was saying. I wasn't trying to give out intelligence as if it was some crown to justify or to erase away somebody's bad behavior the whole entire time. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I understand where that person is. But what I am saying is, like the old folk would say, the old adage is, you know better than that. You better than that. You
And
wasn't
I'm
taught that. That's where I'm coming from. But I don't disagree with any of the other examples or anything. I understand it. Yeah. We don't got to keep
no.
going.
Right, like
Yeah,
I said,
I understand what you saying, Black
right.
saying. I understand what Remedy is saying.
I
I
know you
understand
did.
that.
I know you
Yeah, I
did.
get
That's why
it.
I
I
said
just come from a different.
you and
Yeah.
I are from the same generation. We come from the same cloth. Trust me. I'm probably range around the same age as you are. But that's what, and
How old
I'm
you think
not.
I am?
I don't want to guess because you're gonna pit me into a situation, and I'm gonna be like, "No,
And
I've
I'll
been
be
down
like,
that road
nope, that ain't
before.
me.
I've been down that road." But I'll just say you have enough maturity, and you sound like you were raised in the same generation as I was. We get that point.
Well,
The fact that
that actually did go long. And you know what? And we still hear those same old adages today. We're saying it right now,
no,
right?
no,
Because
but agreed. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, in today's generation, these younger women nowadays that you just saw on this show, that young woman and the woman that we saw, recently with the video twerking at the
Mhm.
graduation. A lot of these young women nowadays, they have it in them, but the fact of the matter is they're not actually displaying it. They're displaying a different behavior, not just on YouTube and social media. They're actually doing this at the jobs now.
Oh, I know. I worked with
No,
them.
no.
I
Well,
know.
that's what I know you do. I'm just
No,
throwing it out
I've
there. I'm
seen
not
it. Right.
right. So I'm just throwing it out
Yeah,
there.
I'm
Then
not
so
and
that's
I'm not negating any of that.
no. I know
Right.
you're not. I'm just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. I'm not saying you're
Yeah.
disagreeing. I'm just
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
out the situation.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like, they've reached a point where it's just like you can't tell them nothing. Even the mothers that
Oh,
have them,
yeah.
you can't even speak to them. And shoot, let me just take it back to what KS said a long time ago when it comes to BLK men and BLK women's relationship. A
Hmm.
BLK man can't even ask a BLK woman to smile. It's offensive.
Oh, I know. I watched Kevin Samuels do it on live and in the flesh.
And
But no,
personally,
I completely understand it.
Can
Hmm.
can I ask you a question? I know
Yeah,
Mika wants to say something, but I want to ask you a question. Do you think that this girl in this picture, would you say she's intelligent?
I don't know, but her behavior doesn't. The behavior is displaying a bad behavior.
See, I would say this, right? I don't think that she is intelligent. And I'll tell you why. And I don't think that any of them are intelligent. And I know that might seem like I'm just against BLK Fefails, but I'm gonna tell you why I
Making the
say
bad
this.
decision is definitely not intelligent for her to do that. But yeah, doesn't mean that
Doing this
that doesn't mean she has is intelligence is absent though. That's all I'm
It is
saying.
absent.
to me, hold on,
Classy just
Remnant.
said the same thing.
No, it's completely absent.
To me,
Okay,
to me,
that's
to
y'all
me,
opinion.
to me, it's absent. And I'll tell you why. And it is my opinion. You're right to say that. But I'm going to say this. To me, her intelligence doesn't exist because when you, as a BLK woman, young, are doing this type of behavior, exhibiting this type of behavior, you are prospering in ways. Yeah, and maybe you're prosperous. But what you're ultimately doing is destroying the quality of our reputation as a whole. You are destroying how other people view BLK people as a whole. And that has a knock on effect on our economy. It has a knock on effect on our health. It has a knock on effect on everything about us as a community. I don't think that's intelligent.
It's not intelligent, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have the sense enough to know that it's not. That doesn't negate just because a person is displaying a certain type of behavior does not mean they do not know better or have that intelligence to know that they could do better. They know that. That's innate. That
But
is innate. I don't care what you say. That is innate. They are making a bad decision, which is not intelligent. And all I'm saying is they know that.
yeah,
That's a bad decision that this girl did.
But that's everyone though.
This is a
We
bad
all know
decision.
it. We all know what's right
Right.
from. But we all know
Yeah, we
what's
all agree
right.
with
Like
that.
we all know what's right and wrong. You know, if you don't, then you possibly have a disability. Let's be honest. If you don't know from right from wrong, then you are on the spectrum. Not being disrespectful, but that is literally what it is. You're not even thinking. You know, there's some lacking happening in your brain if you can't be able to tell right and wrong. So that's like basic. Like we all know right from wrong, but to call someone intelligent now,
that's still a form of intelligence.
yeah, that's still a form of intelligence to some extent. But it's just like average. It's like an average brain. It's like a human being a human being. To now say they're intelligent, I mean, what level are you speaking about? Are you just saying, well, this person's a human being and knows right from wrong? Or are you actually saying
That's
this?
all I'm
Or
saying.
are you actually saying, well,
Yeah.
this person is
That's all I'm saying.
intelligent?
She know better. What
And
I'm saying is that she knows better.
I
And to
get I get where
me,
she's going. Yeah.
that
yeah.
that still says just because I'm saying this girl on the stage, she made a bad decision. Right? She has poor intelligence. Doesn't mean that it is not there.
Yeah,
Because she
I
could
agree
have
with
did
that.
better. She could have did better. She could have went up there. She was probably, I was over here wrestling with the fact. But you know what? You know what happened? Peer pressure. Wanted to show out in front of friends. Got up there, did that split. And now the girl supposedly ain't got no diploma right now.
Actually,
Right? So she made an
Kanashi,
unintelligent. She made an unintelligent, bad
I
decision.
I kind
we
of I
agree.
kind of disagree with that. I don't think it's peer pressure. No
Okay.
one peer pressures
No,
you to no one peer pressures you to do a split on the stage. I don't.
Well, I mean, when I say
ev-
when
okay.
I'm not saying that. When I'm saying when I say peer pressure or pressuring, you don't even have to have somebody pressuring you out there. It's like when we talk about men, the world is coming in on the man's shoulder. That doesn't mean the world is right there in his face doing it to him, but he feels the pressures of the world
But
coming
what
and
pressure
weighing
are they
down on
feeling
him.
to be
That's
fought? But what
that's not. I'm
pressure?
not saying it
But
directly.
what pressure
Right,
are
right. I
what
get
pressure
you.
are they feeling to be fought? hot.
Because the pressure that they're feeling is because they've already talked about it. Yeah, when I get out there, I'm gonna do the splits. So now they got
That's
to
what she
live up to
said.
what they said they was gonna do. This is how women leave their damn husbands.
She
Excuse my
did.
language.
She did say
This is
that.
how women leave their husbands. This is how women, do stuff with their kids and stuff. This is how they get out there and they say, "Oh well, I
But
already
that's
done said
not
it, so now I got to do it."
well.
That's a
But
pressure.
My
to to
Kana, my only
but
disagreement
to some
with that is
go on,
okay.
go on,
I'm
go
sorry,
on,
baby.
go
Go ahead.
on, Classy, go
That's the
on.
pressure.
My only
Got to live up to
disagreement,
what you said.
I get where you're going with that. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
disagreeing with the actual statement. But this young lady that was graduating, she even said
Mm-hmm.
it herself. She said she had this plan for a whole year. And she went around
Yeah,
telling people that she was going to do that. If she had pressure, she added it to herself.
that's what I'm saying. Self-inflicted.
But at the same
Most of the
time,
things, most of the things that black women do to themselves, per Shorazad Ali, self-inflicted mess.
but Kana,
Yes,
the reason why I
yes,
don't, but Kana, I hear your point. I'm not
yeah.
disagreeing with that. But I'm saying with this young lady right.
Y'all ain't got the pity pat with me. It's okay.
No, it's not about pity pat. We having a
We're
discussion.
having a
Nobody's
discussion.
going
That's
at
how it
each other.
No,
happens.
I'm just saying I don't want
Agree
y'all
or
to feel like
disagree.
y'all got to tiptoe around
No,
me.
no, no, no.
It's
It's
okay.
not. It's not about tiptoeing because you can say some things, but it may not align with different details of what everybody else would say. It can still be correct. That's all I'm saying. But I'm saying this young
Okay.
lady, after seeing her videos, I can't
Right.
give her that because she had planned. She said, "I'm gonna go up there
Yeah,
and do it. This is my last year.
she planned it
Forget what
out. Right.
everybody." But the reason why I can't give her impression because she doubled down on it on the next video and she was clowning the people that was supposed to be giving her diploma.
Well, see, then I'll stand corrected again because I don't know this girl. I don't know what she was thinking.
See,
I don't
this
know
is
what
this
she
is
was
why I don't
planning.
think
I don't
pressure.
know.
This is why I don't think pressure is a really good word to
Yeah. So in
describe
that
it,
in that in that in
because
that case,
sorry,
I don't know because I don't know the background.
because
What I'm
pressure.
saying is
Because
I don't.
can I just say
That's why I
something,
said I
please?
stand corrected.
Because pressure means the
Sure.
amount of force applied to a surface.
Right.
Nobody
Yeah.
applied any force to her to do what she did. That's what pressure really
I
means. Is
understand that now.
pressure means someone's applying force on you. It almost feels like, oh, a lot of people are making me feel that I have to do this. A lot of people are telling me I have to do this. That's where you get the word peer pressure, because it can almost feel like an emotional force. No, there was no
Right. I
pressure.
understand that.
There was no pressure applied to her for her
Right.
to behave like that.
Right, Kana, if
Right, but
you probably
I
won't.
don't know that, and we all don't know that. Okay, we don't know the whole full story. We can go off of what they said as far as her planning it, but we don't know. I
Well, we
understand
have
that. I
to.
don't know the story. All I'm saying is
Okay,
she could have had. I used the wrong word. Okay, I
okay.
said pressure because I know how kids are in school. I know how they were. You say you gonna do it. You gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, no, you ain't. I already know how all that works. So that's the reason why I used the word. I didn't know this
No,
girl was sitting up there planning something out like she was about to take
and
down the world towers.
And that's fine, Kana. What I'm saying is the reason why I said what I said because I saw
Right.
her. She made videos clowning her high school about not getting her diploma because she did the split in the twerk. She was laughing
You
about the
mean before
situation
she did it?
after it. She made videos after the
And
incident.
before.
Hold up,
Oh,
black boy. Hold up, black boy. And I don't mean to interrupt you like that, but I'm saying, Kana, if I implore you, if you would like, you go on YouTube. You
right.
probably won't. Oh no, I want you to go on YouTube and look at her videos to see exactly
Okay.
what she did, and you make your own observation. But what I saw, this
Mm-hmm.
woman didn't. She didn't have a care in the world. She was just clowning her high school, and she doesn't know the implication of what that could have bring. She's having fun because why?
Mm-hmm.
After the graduation, she wanted to get more likes and views. She wanted to do this without the pressure. She did this on her own accord, and she will
I
tell
understand
you.
that.
She told us that she said this out of
Right.
her own mouth. We're talking
Right.
about what we do know coming from her. This is
I
what
understand
she
that
said.
now, but do you
No,
understand? I'm
I
operating off
get
of
it.
the not off the background, so that's why I said what
I'm
I
not saying
said.
you're wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that whenever you get a
Yeah,
Right.
chance, watch the videos.
she made a
I ain't
video
even see the
and
dang on thing. They said it wasn't even true. I don't even know if this is the girl right here, but they was. I went to go look. I know I saw something that came across my feed, and it said the girl who supposedly did the splits or whatever, stopping her from going to a university. It was all not true. So when I read that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I tried to find more footage and see if she really was getting her diploma taken from her, and I couldn't find anything. So did y'all solidify or find the proof that she's
yeah,
really not getting her
Remnant
diploma?
Remnant made a video on her channel, and in that video, she says that she was telling the whole staff that on the day of graduation, way ahead of time,
Mm,
that she's going to
mm,
twerk, she's going to do this splits on the stage, and she said that they
mm.
didn't believe me, and they better take me serious because I'm serious about what I say out my mouth.
So is this something wrong with doing the splits now? Because when I
Nah.
graduated, I'm asking, hold on. Is there something wrong with doing the splits now? When we were graduating, shoot, our students took toilet paper and just ruined the whole graduation field. Is that something is wrong now? I mean,
Okay,
I'm
nah.
sincerely asking.
Okay, and I'll answer this.
I
Kana,
would say
yes, we
yes.
did that. Even I did those things like throwing the toilet
Yeah, I'll
paper. We
say
did
yes.
that, and it was fun. Even in today, they do crazy things. This young lady decided to do something that was sexual on stage.
Oh. See, I didn't
I
know
would
all
say
that. I
yes.
thought she just did the splits.
I'll
No,
be.
when
So
she
I'm
did the
so,
splits, no,
so
when
I'm
she did
telling
the
you,
splits,
yes, it's a
she
problem.
twerked.
Mm.
She did a bit of a booty
Oh
bounce.
no. Okay. See, I didn't know that. See, I don't know that.
I'll be
I didn't
honest
know
with
all
you.
that.
I'll be honest with you. I do
No,
think
that ain't smart at all.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's all wrong. I understand the older generation or the generations before us probably did throw toilet rolls and all these things. I mean, I still think that's a big no.
Yeah, it was well, none of it was. Yes,
I still
but
think
they
it's a
did it.
big no because I'll be honest with you. We don't see that in other nations. I don't see Asians doing it.
Well, I don't know because
I don't.
I've never seen another
I don't see
nation's
YTs doing
graduation.
it,
So,
and I'll be honest with you. Those are the two
oh no,
nations.
no, no. Yes, they
Women, they
do.
do it. They
Oh
do it.
yes,
They
they
do.
do. Oh
They do.
yes, they
Remnant. You
do.
can look on
Oh yes, they
YouTube. You
do.
can
I
find
got
the
a few
videos.
videos that
Yeah.
I seen with the white kids doing some stuff that ain't nobody talking about. But
Do
anyway,
you
yeah,
think
yes,
Yeah.
they
They
do.
do
majority?
it.
Do you think majority of them are doing it?
Yes.
Yes,
They do it. Yeah. Not
yes,
doing
they
what
do.
she's doing, but what I'm saying, the toilet paper and stuff. Yes, they do it. It's all over YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, I just think it's all degenerate. To be honest, I think people need to act more, have
Well,
more
you know what?
decorum.
You
There's
are
nothing
right
wrong
though.
with it being degenerate. You're right. We're not
Yeah,
disagreeing
you
with
are right
that.
though, Remnant. You are right because I never agree with that. Now I didn't do it because my daddy wasn't having it. See, I couldn't be in that group. But you're right. It is a no and it should not be done. But
Remnant
I
EG
think
energies to
that
share.
even the end of the school year, they already know that children are planning to throw eggs and do stuff, and it might not be right. But I have just never seen somebody's diploma get taken. Now that's what I
And
was trying to
maybe, and
solidify
maybe,
See,
whether or not her
and I'll
diploma got taken away
because
and
because
what you
I've never
in
said
seen
the
that.
shows me
For
that
in
all
your
your work for
father
the
was
4 whole years,
intelligent, Miss
yeah,
Kana.
I bet you they wouldn't do it then, huh?
What that shows me is that your father was very intelligent.
yeah.
Oh, my
Because
father was, my father, man, please.
it makes a lot of sense
Oh,
because having these conversations with you, I
man,
know
my
where you
daddy,
stand. But that's the thing, right? Your father, he saw a level of intelligence that allowed him to teach you how to conduct yourself. And that's
Facts.
all conducive of a successful, positive community.
I understand.
Yeah,
I get
I
it. I
100% agree
know.
with that.
That's why we got put in check because I taught you better than that. You're more intelligent than that. Use your intelligence and don't be out here acting like nobody didn't raise you. See, that's all I was saying. But
And
I didn't
Oh,
know that was all the background. I didn't know. I don't even care to go look. I believe y'all. I take your word for it. All I saw was that she that it was saying that she didn't get a diploma. So y'all are saying that they took her diploma away. That's all I want to know right now.
Yeah,
Can I get the answer for that?
They did.
Yes,
they
she
did.
did.
But they
Yes,
gave
you're
it back
right.
to
They
her
did.
because
They
the
did.
principal was getting
Oh, they gave
threats.
it back.
Yeah, she was getting all these different threats and emails.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, just she was getting all these threats just because she saw more for her student than her student saw for herself. Insane. That is crazy.
I'm sorry. But and to capitalize, when we did that stuff, Kana, we had camcorders, but we couldn't show it to the whole world. See, they got to be careful nowadays.
No,
Social
you had to
media,
come to
that
my
stuff
house and watch it.
travels. But you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying
you had
though?
to
In
come to my house
today's
and watch.
world, but in today's world, that stuff spreads all over the world. So some of the schools is like,
Yeah.
yo, y'all got to chill out.
Okay. Yeah, yes, that's true. Yeah. When we were coming up, we had camcorders, and if you wanted to watch it, you had to come over and have a Friday night party or whatever and get together and watch the video because you sure wasn't going to be seeing it on the internet. No, you're right. You're right. No. I mean, I get what y'all are saying. I mean, it's no big deal. I just saying that these folk that come on here and do all this stupid stuff, they plan it out. They plan it out. They use their brain, okay? When I say use their brain, I don't mean they use it intelligently. That's stupidity. They're using it though. And they're bright. I had a girl come up there on my panel one time and tell me, she said, when I come up on these panels and I talk to the men, I purposely do what I do. I watch how they act. I watch how they respond. And I can see that with the things that I'm saying, I get under their skin. So when I identify that I'm getting under their skin and they keep going with me, I intentionally, this is what this girl is telling me. I intentionally do this on purpose to get under their skin. And when you see them laugh, you hear them laugh, or you see them go back.
When she says she's doing it intentionally, why is she doing it?
To get a reaction.
That's it.
That's it. It's satisfying for her. That's why most women do what they do to men.
That's not intelligent then.
It's not intelligent. That's not intelligent. But that don't mean she can. That don't mean that she can't be.
Now, if there was
I understand
something
that, but that doesn't mean that she can't be.
No, but then this is where I have the word. This is the word intelligent. Yeah, the word intelligent to me.
I know you don't like them hyenas, but they be doing stuff on purpose.
Yeah, but they're not intelligent because that word intelligent, I think, describes outside of the average brain.
You gonna keep on with me with this intelligence? Look, Brandon, I'm done with this. I ain't doing this with you.
It's a discussion.
Okay. I'ma just agree. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm tired. Y'all wearing me out now. You got a 28-year-old brain and mine is 100. I'm tired.
Stop it.
I'm tired. I get it.
You're not even
I get
old.
it. It's okay.
You're talking like you're 50 or something. She's 28. What is going on?
Kanai is about 27 years old.
Exactly.
I'm 26 forever. Let's just say that.
Facts.
That's what I am.
All
y'all keep going on. But no, I get what you're saying.
We could do last
I'm gonna have this
thoughts.
discussion with my husband too. I'm gonna talk to my husband because my husband is highly intelligent. Okay, very highly intelligent, and I don't think that I'm not right behind him. But I do know. I do know that.
Me too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he off the hook, man. See, y'all wouldn't have no life. He just finish it. But all I'm saying is, these young ladies. I mean,